What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along. Champions League Tuesdays are here again, people. No more of that Thursday night football, no more Europa League, no more Dundalk, no more Bodo Glimt on a plastic pitch. Champions League Tuesdays are back. The first away game since Arsenal went to Bayern Munich all those years ago and got dealt with. Let's hope it's a new era for Arsenal tonight as we go to France to play against Lens. I'm not going to do the old English announcement, Lens, Lens, people. You've got an agenda against Bodo Glimt. Do you know what? It's just one of them, because I remember watching the draw and they came out and I was like, who is that? It was crazy. So, yeah, I don't want to play against teams that I've never heard of. But listen, big up to everyone locked in. Hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in. Subscriber only mode today. As usual, people, for the games, I just think, we should prioritize people who've clicked that subscribe button. VIP settings, red carpet business. Johan, I'm with you on that. I just listened to the VAR audio. It's just been released by the Premier League of what happened between Liverpool and Tottenham. And I listened to it. And it should be on Comedy Central. I'm going to be honest, I've never seen anything like it. It's unbelievable. But if you haven't listened to it, go and listen to it. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The man's saying goal, and he's given offside, and he starts swearing, and then the ball goes out for a throw-in, and he's saying delay the game, give the goal, and he's like, we can't do it now. We've already carried on. It's unbelievable. You've never heard anything like it. It's like Only Fools and Horses, Del Boy and Rodney business, people. Crazy. But listen, it's on Twitter if anybody wants to go and listen to it. It's insane. C-Unit business. Big up everyone locked in. There are a number of other games tonight as well. So if you get any score updates while we're in, then feel free to chuck them in the chat. Obviously, truthful ones only. Drop a vote if you can. Football Content Awards voting is still there in the description. We're up for Best Content Creator, the biggest award of the night. We're up against some big hitters, but we're going in, people. No messing about. Like Rocky Balboa taking on Drago in Russia, people. Revenge for Apollo. Alana said, disgusting corruption. Big C gonna need to get VAR. C-Unit business. Let's talk about the lineup. Let's talk about the lineup, people. Interesting lineup tonight. A lot of people were saying, will Saka play? As I've said to you before, people, if Saka can walk, Saka will play. Nobody should be surprised. LSU, get well soon, my friend. Good timing for a sickness bug, of course. If Saka can walk, Saka will play. I've seen people saying, rest Saka for the Man City game. Listen, if he's fit, you've got to play him. We've got no divine right to get through this Champions League. Let's not start writing off teams before we've actually faced them. This will be a tricky game tonight. So Saka plays. David Raya is in goal again. I said before, people, David Raya is Arsenal's #1 goalkeeper. It's as simple as that. You will see, I think you will see on the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, you will see the likes of Aaron Ramsdale playing. But David Raya is his #1. Levante Awards is in November. It's at Anfield, I believe. And big up Alex, who said he's in hospital waiting for back surgery. Hope for this stream cheers you up. Hopefully, bro, get well soon. But yeah, it is interesting that David Raya plays in goal. Again, headline news. Let's go through the headline news. Tomiyasu plays at right back ahead of Ben White. Ben White, a lot of the time, gets substituted. And you wonder, does he have that energy level to keep going 90 minutes and get up and down on the right-hand side? Tomiyasu's had a couple of good games, and he gets a chance. I don't particularly have a problem with that. He's a natural right back. So I have no problem with that. Let's just go through the whole team. David Raya in goal. Tomiyasu at right back. Saliba and Gabriel at centre-back. Zinchenko at left-back. So solid there. Declan Rice continues as the lone 6. Kai Havertz continues in the team. He got his goal at the weekend, albeit a penalty. But, the manager's desperate to build on that. And the last thing he was going to do was bench Kai Havertz. He's definitely going to hope that he can score again today and continue to build after that one. Odegaard's there as well, the skipper. And then we're looking at the front three. Bukayo Saka, if he can walk, he can play. Of course he can. Leandro Trossard is on the left. And Gabriel Jesus plays up front. Thank you very much. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Yes. Finally. Who would have thought, our number one striker actually plays up front? It's not quite rocket science, is it? But finally, Gabriel Jesus plays through the middle, which is great news, which means Eddie Nketiah drops down to the bench. You've got an agenda. He came through Hale End. Listen, do you know what? He's probably saving him for the Man City game, so I'm getting all hyped. Yes, he's finally on the bench. He's probably told him, don't worry, mate, you'll start against Manchester City at the weekend. So, you never know with this manager, do you? But that front three, man, come on. That's what I'm talking. It's not rocket science. Put the right players in their best position that they play, man. Why is Gabriel Jesus playing on the left? I don't want to see that. Jesus through the middle, Trossard on the left, Saka on the right. We're cooking. Cooking, people. It's Champions League Tuesday. No more messing about. I want to see a proper team. On the bench, Ramsdale, Hine, Ben White, Kivior, Thomas Partey returns to the bench. Good news there for Arsenal. ESR, I have to write ESR because, Smith Rowe, I'll run out of room on the substitute bit. Cedric, Fabio, Reece Nelson, Mohamed El Neni, Eddie Nketiah, and Jorginho. So the bench is okay. I still think we need more quality in January, but, Thomas Partey's there, ESR's there, Nelson. There are some players that can influence the lineup if we're a little bit short later on in the game. The Lons team, I have to admit, I've done a bit of research, don't know too many of them. Brice Samba in goal, former Forest keeper, I know him. Obviously, most of you will know him. Gradit, Danzo, Medina, Frankowski, Mendy, Samed, Makedo, Satoka, and Wahi. Wahi actually was being linked with Arsenal. 19 goals last year from Montpellier. And he got a big move. I don't want to be disrespectful, but he got a move on an upwards trajectory, shall we say, to Lens in the Champions League. He'll be a live wire. And very interesting. Why did he leave Forest? I mean, they finished second, I believe, last year in the French League, and they're in the Champions League. So I suppose to him, it's an upward move. On the bench, Aguilar, Fulgini, Lekot, Diouf, Mayo, Said, Neil, Kusanov, Pandor, and Gulivogi. I hope I haven't butchered any of those names as I read out that bench there. If I have, then my apologies. Big up Noonan, who said, vote submitted. Your content will help me through these winter nights. Big up. And I have to say, and I always say, the community make it easy to make content. You bounce your ideas back. I don't have to manage anything. There's no crazy stuff going on. So a big shout out to the community as well. It's a pleasure. As I always say, it's like just being in a big front room and we're just chilling watching the football, people. There's nothing uptight or serious about this. By the end of the stream, sometimes, man, just leaning back in the chair like this, people. It is what it is. But anyway, no potions. I've only put 10 players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're spot on. You're absolutely spot on. It would have made the game a little bit easier, that's for sure. What have I done here, people? What Lons player have I left out? That's a great spot, by the way. Community settings, you see. Who have I left out here? Medina. Samed, have I put him on there? Satoka, is he on there? Who have I left out? Mendy. Right, let me go through it. Gradit, Danzo, Medina. Yeah. Frankowski, Mendy, Samed, Makedo. Thomason. There's a guy called Thomason. Yeah, it would have helped if we had 10 players. It might have helped us. But big up. That's a great spot, by the way. I honestly didn't see that. Thomason is the one I've left out, attacking midfielder. So let's get that in there. That's a great spot. I wouldn't have noticed that either. It's been a long day, people. It's been a long day. Anyway, we've got 45 minutes until kickoff. So a few bits and bobs to talk about. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Arsenal lineup. Are you happy with it? Personally, I'm very happy with it. I'm going to be totally honest. I'm going to keep it 100. It was never going to happen. But I would have liked to have seen Emile Smith-Rowe given some game time. I know it's the Champions League, but I just think he deserves a game in that attacking midfield role. I think Smith-Rowe can do more than what we've seen of Havertz in that lineup. It's never going to happen. Well, not at the moment. He paid 65 million. He just scored. We've got a song out for him. It is what it is. He was always going to play, wasn't he? And I hope Havertz does score tonight. But I would like to, in an ideal world, if I'm picking that lineup, I'm playing Smith-Rowe where Havertz is. But of course, we understand that the politics around that, it's not going to happen at the moment. But listen, in general, I'm happy with that Arsenal team. I've got to be honest. I needed to see a front three with some balance. You know, I'm sick of seeing our striker on the left and seeing, you know, all kind of silly behaviour. The manager needs to be aware we got Manchester City at the weekend, so manage the group properly. But let's not look at it as this won't be an easy game. This won't be an easy game. Master of Disaster said a YouTube account was banned. Big up the community. I don't know what happened there. I'm glad you're back anyway. Sometimes YouTube actually bans pages by itself. So apologies if it ever happens. Let me read out these few super chats, people. Guna Paul, Big C, hope you and your family are well today. And you and all of the community. Heard the last time Saka didn't start for Arsenal. He had a dentist appointment at the fine age of 8. And even then he came back with a root canal and played. Big up Guna Paul. King Gunner said, if you were Arteta, would you have played Raya tonight? I would have. I would. He's been brought in to be number one, so why am I not playing him? It's harsh, but it's the reality. He believes he's a better goalkeeper than Ramsdale, so play him. Big up Babatunde. Almost forgot Jesus is a striker. So did I, my friend. Wouldn't surprise me if Eddie Nketiah plays against Man City. Better not, though. Couple of things that I want to speak about. L'Equipe, big up Assassin, said the demand to attend the Lens Arsenal game is so high. Public figures like rappers and actors from France are attending the Champions League game tonight. We got the streets. I think it said Lens haven't been in the Champions League for like 20 years, so it's a big situation for them over there. So, big up everyone who's listened to the VAR audio. If you haven't, go and check it out. I believe you can watch it on Google. Listen to it, on Google if you don't have Twitter or X as they call it. It is an absolute shambles. It is. If you're a Liverpool fan, I don't think listening to that is going to make your mood any better. It is shambolic. They're actually saying stop the game and give the goal, and the guy is saying no, they can't do it. It is crazy. Couple of things to talk about. Let's have a look at our opponents. Let's be mindful, let's not expect this to be a walk in the park. But if you look at the league table, they're on page 2. Not only are they on page 2, they're 4th from bottom, people. They are 4th from bottom at the moment. Lens, 7 games, 2 wins, 1 draw, 4 defeats. 7 goals scored in 7 games and 12 conceded. I do want to say that they have won their last 2 games. So I don't, they have hit a little bit of form. Lyon, bottom of the league, by the way, people. Lacazette and Ainsley Maitland-Niles, 5 defeats and 2 draws for them. Not going well. But Lens are struggling at the moment. They sold their best striker last season. Wahi, who's been signed, he hasn't scored yet and hasn't really hit the ground running. Lens did win at the weekend 1-0 against Strasbourg. They won last week midweek at home against Toulouse. They drew against Sevilla in the first Champions League game. They've also lost to Monaco and PSG in the league. So they have had a difficult start, but they're going to be up for it. It's lively. It's going to be lively inside the stadium. Because they haven't been there for a while. But I would be disappointed if we could not turn them over tonight, people. 2 wins out of 7, 4th from bottom in the league. They average 1 goal a game. And listen, I would be very disappointed if we couldn't roll them tonight. But very interesting to see some of the teams near the bottom. Lyon, bottom of the league. You look at Marseille down there, 12th in the league as well. Some big boys really struggling there. Monaco, top of the league, ahead of PSG with a certain following Balogun. 18 goals scored by Monaco, the top goal scorers in France. So interesting. I'm not actually sure how many goals Balogun has scored. I know he did score last week. Balogun, let's have a look. Balogun's got 2 goals, 1 assist. So good luck to him over there, people. Interesting read, though. When is Arteta going to play ESR? It doesn't make sense starting Havertz every time, or hasn't performed well since the beginning of the season. Yet ESR needs to earn his place. It's definitely sad. It's sad because it's interesting because you look at it's almost like ESR has been put to the back of the queue. It's almost like he's pushed in the dinner line. They've sent him to the back and he's got to start again. He's being told he's got to prove himself. I thought he already proved himself. He got the number 10 shirt, was in the England squad and got a new contract. It was just a case of proving his fitness. But as I said, people, we have to understand the politics of football. I said it myself at the beginning of this show. I would have liked to have seen ESR play ahead of Havertz. But we understand the manager paid £65 million for him. He has got a boss that he has to justify that to. So it's not as simple. There are a lot of politics involved. I know people will say, well, Pep, benched Grealish. Number one, he has way more power than Mikel Arteta. And number two, Grealish had about more than, close to half a season before he started dropping him. Havertz hasn't even played 10 games yet. Just listen to the VAR audio. What a disgrace. It's absolutely shambolic. It really is. Honestly, if I was Liverpool, I would bring out a court case. You're not going to get the game replayed and you're not going to get the points back. But they need to make a big deal out of what happened there to stop that ever happening again in the Premier League, because it's a shambles. Big up penalty spot. He says, big up Curtis in the community. Surprised no Ramsdale starting. That's it then, domestic cup keeper. In my opinion, I think... Listen, you never know what's going to happen because of injuries, suspensions. Anything can happen. Things can change. If that continues, I think that Ramsdale leaves Arsenal in the summer. In my opinion, I don't think Ramsdale will stay at Arsenal as a backup goalkeeper. He can't. He's trying to get in the England squad. He hasn't got time for that. That ain't going to do nothing for his career. So he'd be foolish to stay, which is a real shame because he is a good goalkeeper and he's an English player and he seems to love Arsenal, but there's no way you can keep 2 high-quality goalkeepers for more than a season because it's going to stop him getting in the England team. So, Pickford will probably end up starting at the Euros. People asking for a link to the audio. If you go on the Athletics page, it's on Sky Sports page as well. On Twitter. I know a lot of you want to listen to it. His value is dropping 100%. The longer he sits on the bench, that value will continue to get lower and lower. I think you'll see a situation in the summer where David Raya signs permanently, Ramsdale wants to leave, and then we go and sign a second choice goalkeeper. That would be my expectation. It's sad. I don't want it to happen, but I don't see Ramsdale staying there. Apparently, it's on Sky Sports YouTube's page as well. If anybody doesn't have Twitter, I recommend everybody listens to it. I've never heard anything like it. It's shambolic. Let's see what he's saying. Saeed says, Curtis always spitting facts, even though other YouTubers are labelling Liverpool fans as moaning about the VAR incident. Big up. Nah, listen. It doesn't matter what football club you support. That's an absolute shambles. And, I felt the force of that last season, and all the Arsenal fans did. Ivan Toney scores a goal that's offside. They don't draw the lines. Who knows what drawing that game led to for Arsenal? You win that game, you might win your next game. You might win the title. Who knows? You don't know the impact of that one goal. So, man, it's shambolic. It's like I said, I spoke about it the other day. I've said it before and I say it again. I believe there's corruption in the Premier League when it comes to refereeing and VAR. I don't hide from that fact. Some people say, conspiracy theory, whatever. I think there is. I don't see how 4 people in an office can get that decision wrong. And it's not the first time it's happened. So to me, start binning these referees. Bring in referees from abroad if you have to. It's the biggest, most expensive league in the world. Highest ticket prices, biggest TV deals. Why should you have a shambolic referee who doesn't know how to do his job? Go and get Kalina to run the Referees Association, not Howard Webb, who's one of the most corrupt referees we've ever seen in this country. Basically a Man United fan. He might as well have wore a Man U kit when he was refereeing. So, yeah, that's my opinion on it anyway, people. I'm not here to mix it up. No one can convince me otherwise. There is corruption in the Premier League reffing. No doubt about it. I'm convinced. The guy who's running it is one of the most corrupt referees ever. So, need I say no more? I mean, listen, I better not say too much anyway. I probably already said too much, but it is what it is. The ball went out for... What I don't understand by that audio, and I know I'm going completely off topic here. They say, keep the on-field decision. They think that he's given a goal. They then realise he's given offside. They're still playing. He's going, oh, okay, well, he's given offside. We said goal. Why do they not just say then, oh, actually, stop the game. It's a goal. Go back 10 seconds. All Liverpool have done is kick off and play 5 seconds of football. You can still stop the game. You look a bit stupid, but you've got the right decision. But the guy's saying, no, we can't stop it. Now, come on. There's been corruption in refereeing for a long time, I'm convinced. We used to say it about Barcelona, and look what's happened now. We find out they've been paying referees. The Premier League refused semi-automated offside technology. Why? I spoke about it the other day. The less use we have for referees and linesmen, these guys will start losing their jobs. It's as simple as that. If you've got semi-automated offsides, do you then really need a linesman? So no wonder they voted it. It's a very select group, very cliquey. You know, it is what it is. But hey, let me, you know, I'm saying let me not say too much. I've probably already said too much, but anyway, let's move on. Couple of things to talk about. We've still got half an hour until kickoff. We'll get back to this game shortly. I did speak about a little bit of transfer news yesterday. I'm just going to briefly go over some of these again as they're developing. Ryan Taylor writing an article regarding Arsenal and Pedro Neto. This came out yesterday. Arsenal retain an interest in Wolves winger Pedro Neto, and a move could be revisited in 2024. Arsenal have tried to sign him more than once before. And when I've read this full story, it sounds like Arsenal tried to get him towards the end of the window in the summer. But it seemed as if Wolves had got rid of too many players already. So we missed out on that deal. I think he's a quality player. Somebody messaged me yesterday going, oh, you said that he's an Arsenal fan. He's actually got an interview saying Arsenal is his team in England. I'm not saying he doesn't have a team in Portugal that he supports, but he said openly, Arsenal were my favourite team growing up. He loves Henry, and I think he said Fabregas. He's a gooner, mate. He's a gooner. Get him to the carpet. 23 years of age. He ripped up Liverpool last week. He ripped up Man City at the weekend. Apparently they want 45 million. I would pay that every single day of the week. He's proved his fitness now. Juk said, is he better than Reece Nelson? I think he is. I would. If we got him and a striker in January, we are absolutely cooking. We are cooking if we got him and a striker. And 40 million. Absolute bargain. We paid more than that for a certain Kai Havertz. So, do you know what I mean? I would get him every single day of the week. Baller. Loves the club. Knows the Premier League. 23 years of age. You can rotate Saka. He played left wing at times last week against Liverpool. And then played right wing against Man City. That kind of versatility is priceless. And he's Portuguese. And we know that Edu likes Portuguese-speaking players. So it's an absolute no-brainer. And I think he could play the style of football. He's a very technical player as well. So I'd be all over this deal. £40 million for Neto. Go and get me a striker for 60 million. And, you know, we're in business come January. Assassin said Arsenal have started contract negotiations with Ben White, who has a 3-year deal 3 years left on his 120 grand a week contract. Big up my brother, Jar Digger. He said, Havertz scores today. I hope you're right, bro. I hope you're right. He's got to build on it now. You know, it's all, you know, we got the nice song for him and we're backing him. He's got to start performing. I was happy that Havertz scored at the weekend. I still think his performance levels got to go up. But hey, it is what it is. Pedro Neto being linked with a move to Arsenal. I would be very, very much in favour of that deal happening. That's for sure. Big up AP with the super chat. To think this isn't even our best 11 yet. We have levels to go. Timber, Partey and Martinelli. I mean, look, Timber, for me, I was really disappointed that he got injured. I think he would have been a game changer. I'm still convinced you won't see the best Arsenal team until you've got Thomas Partey and Rice in a double pivot with Odegaard in front, and that would mean dropping Havertz. So there's your midfield pivot. Martinelli, Trossard, I think are equally as good. Maybe different kinds of players. I do love Martinelli's direct pace. So you're right. There's still another level for this team to go. Big up AP. Oliver says 100% PGMO. MOL is corrupt. I hope it resolves. I think the fact that they've been backed into a corner and forced to release the audio, I think a big deal is going to be made out of this. I really do. Listen, I respect Liverpool for making a big deal out of it. Don't just go away quietly and let them get away with this. Take them to court if you have to. Emmanuel says that they probably made a bet, Curtis Jones, to get a red card. I personally don't think Curtis Jones is a red card. But in the modern game and the way VAR is used, he was always going to get sent off. As soon as you land with your studs anywhere from ankle high upwards, you're off the pitch. Doesn't matter if there was intent, you're going to get sent off. The referee goes to look at the screen and you've got a still image of him studding him just above his ankle. You're going to get sent off. VAR is almost made for players to get sent off. Big up Emmanuel. Sniper says, go back and look, Curtis. Last season versus Brentford, they gave that decision as we had City next game, made the gap smaller and the game more crucial. Come on. They know what they're doing, people. They know, oh, we forgot to draw the lines. I mean, what are we in an infant school? You might as well get crayons out and draw them yourself. What the hell's going on? Jux, I agree. Red card was harsh. I wouldn't have given it. But in the modern game, it's definitely going to be given. Jorge said, can't stop it. Stupidity at its maximum splendor. Yeah, why can't they stop it? We've been playing the game 5 seconds, 10 seconds. All they've done is kicked off, stopped the game. Ball actually went out for a throw-in. It was the perfect opportunity to stop it and overturn it. But they ignored it. Come on. Somebody's probably got 10 grand on Tottenham to win. William said the ref blew the game off and then gave United a penalty. Yeah, wasn't that Brighton? The game actually finished. I think that was a full-time whistle. He then restarted the game and let United take a penalty. So why couldn't they restart? They do it when they want to do it, my friend. That's why. Big up, William. Why Always Me said 2002 World Cup Korea was corrupted. FIFA president was corrupted. Some countries are corrupted as a whole. Like, corrupted 100%. Big up Why Always Me. And... Why Always Me said, why is Rice not at right back? Fuming with that. Listen, man, only for Partey, mash up his legs. Big up Why Always Me, who's been a member for 9 months. We've got 25 minutes till kickoff, people. They couldn't do anything. Oh, we can't stop the game. We'll look stupid. Kevin Campbell on Smith Rowe. Go in there and take it, young man. Why? We know he's good enough. This is the type of headache we want the manager to have, Smith Rowe in the team. If you noticed against Bournemouth, Smith Rowe was visibly upset after the game. He was being consoled by Zinchenko. And it's because he missed those 2 chances. And I think he knows the fans are rooting for Havertz now, singing a song. The manager's picking him no matter how bad he plays. He knows he's up against politics. I've been in that situation as a player where you believe you're better than the player that's playing in front of you. But because of the circumstances, you can't get in the team. I remember once going to a manager and genuinely having a discussion. And I remember going to him and saying, why are you playing this guy ahead of me? I'm better than him. You even know that I'm better than him. And he turned around to me and he said he's the highest paid player at the club. And the chairman signed him directly without the manager even having a say in the deal. So the chairman basically signed the player and gave him to the manager and said, play him. Highest paid player, play him. So the manager was hardly going to say, actually, mate, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to drop him at the weekend. And you've got politics like that. The manager will be getting questions of, why did you pay £65 million for this guy if we had ESR at the club already who is a better player than him? They're not going to, that's a difficult question to answer. There's a lot of politics. I always say football there is so much politics in the game. It's unbelievable how much politics are in the game, people. Honestly. Cream, you're right, Eros. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, yeah. Wu-Tang settings. Arteta wanted Havertz, not the owners. Exactly, he did. And he's got to justify that. You never know. The owners might have even turned around and gone, are you sure about this deal, man? I'm not too sure about him. And he might have said, listen, look what I did with Xhaka. I can do this with Havertz. And they might have gone, all right, that's on your head. So, master of disaster, I got a similar problem in my position, was playing the coach's son. Listen, my son's in an academy set up at the moment. And I said this last year. I turned up for a training session and I saw a parent giving the coach a Christmas present. Giving him a gift. Last training session before before Christmas, giving him a present. Now, what's going on it? Like, and all of a sudden your son never seems to get taken off. It happens, people. It's a dirty game, people. Football, there's a lot of politics. When I was a kid, I was that kid that turned up. Boots were dirty. Boots were probably in an Asda carrier bag. I was getting public transport to games when I was a kid, turning up late. I seem like a problematic player to a manager. These other kids, nice area, mum and dad turning up, Mercedes-Benz, on time, brand new Predators, boots have been scrubbed, look like they're brand new. And you know what I mean? Sometimes you lose out on situations because the manager's going, boy, he's a good player, but he's turning up with an Asda carrier bag. His boots look like, he's ploughed them with mud. And he's 15 minutes late. We're kicking off in 10 minutes. This lad's turning up in a Merc in brand new boots. I'm going to pick this brother. I might be better than him, and that's how football goes, man. That's the game. The game is the game, people, Hey, Jar, this my bro right here. Me and him was strike partnership, man. Me and this guy, we used to get the train. We used to get the train sometimes from Nottingham to Birmingham to get to Kidderminster. And I didn't have enough money to get back. We're jumping trains on the way back and hiding and pretending we're asleep when the ticket inspectors come in. And all kinds of madness, people. Wait until the book comes out anyway. Don't worry. Autobiography will land. Give me 2 years. All sorts of things to get to football, people. It was crazy. I'd probably get arrested for it nowadays. You know what I mean? Sneaking on trains and pretending I'm asleep. I'm 16 years of age. I'm telling the ticket inspector that I'm, 13, so I can pay for a child ticket. It's all mad, people. It's mad. You know what I mean? If only they knew, eh? If only they knew. But anyway, let me not go off topic. 3,000 of you in the chat. Big up to all of you locked in. And, it's funny. I was talking to somebody when I was in America, and they were saying how expensive it is to play football in America, which is a shame. Because I would imagine there's a heck of a lot of talent in America, but these academies apparently make it very expensive, which is sad, really. Very sad. And it's probably the reason the US national team haven't had more success. You look at the size of America, you have to wonder how the US national team are not getting to the latter stages of football tournaments with the amount of players they would have to pick from. But apparently it's very expensive. One good thing I can say about England, football, is if you're within a distance where you can get to that training ground, you've got a chance. You don't need that much money to play football, really, is one good thing that I would always say about England. As long as you can get to the training ground, you've got an opportunity. Yeah, I get that. It's not the main sport in America, which is why, they probably put a lot of money into it or make you pay a lot of money. Pre-Curtis Shaw TV. Oh, pre-CCTV. Yeah, well, you could get away with it them times. Nowadays you ain't getting away with that. Fraser said, Curtis, the problem is American football is the top sport. A lot of athletes go there. I do agree it shouldn't cost more for a kid to play. It's sad. It's sad. I know it's a business as well, and these companies want to make money, but you think, imagine how many good players you're missing out on through charging them too much. You know, you might have missed out on superstars. Most top athletes don't play football in America. I hear you. I hear you. Anyway, let's get back to this game tonight. We've got 15 minutes until kickoff. Another little bit of transfer news, actually, before we start to get going with the game. And do you know what? It's actually nice to be doing a watch-along for a game that is on TV without having to get VPNs out and all kinds of madness. But DiMarzio says on Ivan Toney, it depends in January what Brentford's situation will be. I think they've always asked for between 70 to 80 million. I know that they are trying to scout other players to replace him. Obviously, they are planning to sell him if the offer is high. Now, I've always said, people, don't worry what people say. Oh, no, we're going to keep him. There's a food chain in the Premier League. And we all know how the food chain works, people. We all know how the food chain works. They might come out and go, we don't want to sell him. We'd rather keep him, blah, blah, blah. The reality is this. Ivan Toney will not sign a new contract at Brentford. He's 27 years of age. And he wants that big move. You heard him on the Stephen Bartlett interview. The guy openly said, I would like to play for Arsenal. But we know he's a Liverpool fan. He would probably go to Chelsea as well. Let's keep it a buck. If one of these big teams come in for him and offer big money, he will go. They're not stupid. Brentford, I think their record sale is 30-something million. I think it's the Ollie Watkins to Aston Villa deal. If a club drops 60, 65, 70 million in January for Ivan Toney, I think they will sell him. As long as they can get a decent striker in as well. And you're right, GJB. They're going to want, they want Chelsea, they want Tottenham, they want Arsenal, they want every club to start bidding. And they want to push that price as high as possible. So whatever club goes in and they're ruthless, you can get that deal done, in my opinion. What we've got to hope is maybe Chelsea go elsewhere. MD saying Chelsea are interested in Osimhen. I would be a bit fuming if they got Osimhen. I can't lie, because it's a player that I would like us to go for. But maybe financially it's not going to be possible in January. MD, the game is on TNT Sports 2. Man United Galatasaray is on TNT Sports 1. So I will be trying to keep you up to date with all the other games as well. If you're watching the Man United game and there's any goals, throw them in the comments, people. Swirly said, you say that, Curtis, it costs £300 a season for my son plus travel and £5 a game. Well, do you know what? I take it back. That is expensive. That is expensive. I suppose some different clubs maybe charge a lot more because they know that parents are going to pay it. You know, they want to give their children an opportunity. If they can afford it, they will pay it. Big C, would you rather Osimhen or Toney plus Neto? I mean, I would go for Osimhen. I do think there is an element of risk with Osimhen. He's a player that I like, but I like him. I think he's quality. I would like us to sign him. But I still don't fully know how good Osimhen is. I've got to be honest. I see him score goals. I see the highlight reels. I watch him sometimes for Napoli. He's a problematic player, definitely. I don't know how good he is. I don't know if he is a £130 million player. I don't know. I would take him because he's younger. And his ceiling maybe is higher. But you do have to remember, you know, Lukaku banged 20 plus goals in Serie A. I don't know. And he is injury prone. I mean, the man walks around with a mask on his face. So I think they mashed up his cheekbone. He's had other injuries before. I don't know. I'm not saying... Listen, I think Osimhen is ahead of Ivan Toney. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But I do think there is an element of risk with him. But listen, if you give me Osimhen and Neto, I'm absolutely over the moon with that. But I want Neto in January. Don't mess about. I don't even want to wait till the end of the season. Boss said, trust me, sees the real deal. His Techers is underrated in terms of Osimhen. You're greatly mistaken. No, listen, I could be, Obi. Honestly, I don't think I've watched enough of him. I do think he's ahead of Ivan Toney, so I'm not saying that for a second. I'm just saying I don't know. Is he world class? Is he below that? It's interesting, but there are a lot of stories coming out now saying that he wants to come to the Premier League. So, Curtis, do you remember Football's Next Star? I do. I think it was on Sky One. You can't beat them old school football programs, man. I'm telling you, man. In Next Star, the guy went to Inter Milan. You had the one with Andy Answer where he used to go round. You know, I think one time Ronaldo was scoring volleys in the dark and Rooney had to volley in this skip. You got Dream Team back in the day. I mean, listen, if you watch Dream Team back in the day, you are an OG. That is one of my favourite football programs ever. You know, Harchester United. If you know, you know, people. Maybe I'm showing my age right now, but they don't make TV programs like that no more. I can't lie. But anyway, Danny said Jesus is 26. He still isn't in his prime yet, Curtis. Could he improve? I think the difficulty is we stereotypically will say a certain age is a player's prime. But it isn't always, because I look back at Wayne Rooney. I think Wayne Rooney was at his best as probably a 19-year-old, an 18-year-old. Maybe he developed more as an all-round player as he got older, but I think the best Wayne Rooney was 18, 19, 20 years of age when he first went to Man United. I think that was his prime. So it's difficult to sort of... I know what you're saying. Gabriel Jesus could have one season at Arsenal where he scores 20 plus goals and all of a sudden you're talking about one of the best strikers in the Premier League. It only takes one season for a striker and things change. Hey, AJ, Cole Fletcher, original bad man striker. Andy Answer, yeah, man, SE Dons. But yeah, listen, I like Osimhen. I'd take him. I just think there is definitely an element of risk at that price. But it's a gamble that I would take. Anthony, thank you for the super chat. Happy to see Trossard back. Shame ESR isn't. ESR's got to keep putting pressure on him. It's a sad situation sometimes when you believe you're better, but he's getting picked. So it means all you're going to get is 15, 20 minutes at the end of a game. And Havertz is going to keep starting. You've got to work twice as hard to get in the same situation that he's in. But that happens sometimes in football. You know, when I come on for that 15 minutes, I've got to score. I've got to assist. I've got to influence that game. So it's difficult. And I hope he doesn't get frustrated to the point where he wants to leave. There's still plenty of time left in the season. Highly Wanted Criminal said, those were the days, man, you start up on the back of a logistic truck. You got to do what you got to do, bro. I respect it. White Glove said, Osimhen playing style very similar to Haaland. That's interesting. Tall, very good poacher, but got some pace. Vegas Gunner, big up bro, said, Cole and Darryl Russell both coach young teams in Vegas. They charge over $100 a month, not including travel. Darryl cut my kids 2 years ago. Looking back, he did me a favour by saving me money. Crazy, the situation over there, man. I really hope they change that in America. And make it more accessible. But I'm assuming, you know, basketball, American football, baseball, those sports are probably bigger than football in America. So, but big up Darryl. Let's get the likes up. 3,200 of you in the chat. Can we get 1,000 likes before kickoff? 10 minutes till kickoff, people. Why not? Let's get 1,000 before kickoff. We're looking for 3,000 overall. This 3.1k in the chat. We should easily be hitting 3,000 likes tonight. We're already on 600. Just smack that like button. It's free. It's quick. It'll take you about 1 second to press it, people. And anyway, we've got 9 minutes until kickoff. Let's start counting down to kickoff and get into this game tonight. Racing Club Lens of France back in the Champions League for the first time in 2 decades. Apparently, there is massive demand for tickets over there in France. I'm sure it'll be a lively atmosphere. As I said, Wahi, the striker, very lively, very quick. He scored 19 goals in Ligue 1 last season, left Montpellier, went to Lens. He hasn't scored yet, so he will be eager to prove himself. But also, as I said at the start of the show, Lens are currently 4th from bottom. They've only won 2 games out of 7. They've lost 4, and they are having a poor season so far in Liga. Their best striker left, Openda. He went to Leipzig, and they have struggled without his goals so far. Oh, he scored on Friday, did he? Okay, I'll take it back. I meant in the Champions League, but yeah, we're gonna have to be aware, control the game. I think if we can score in the first 20 minutes, go 1-0 up, I think we'll be too good for them. I'd like to see Arsenal. It'd be nice if Arsenal could score a few goals and get to a point in the game where we can take Saka off, we can take Declan Rice off. We can't look past this game. We've got Manchester City on Sunday, which is a massive game. It's difficult not to think about that game, but our focus has got to be fully on this. Man City play tomorrow night, which is a positive because it means we get 24 hours more to recover. And obviously France is a little bit closer. They've had to travel to Germany to play against Leipzig tomorrow night. So going to be interesting. The Arsenal team, for those of you just tuning in, David Raya continues in goal. Listen, actions speak louder than words. He can say however much he wants that we have 2 first-choice goalkeepers. David Raya is currently Arsenal's number 1. It looks as if Ramsdale will play FA Cup and Carabao Cup games. David Raya continues in goal. 3 clean sheets out of 4 for him since joining us. Tomiyasu comes in at right back ahead of Ben White. Ben White played well at the weekend, to be honest. But I think you've seen with Ben White before, a lot of the times he gets substituted, which is interesting as a right back. I think because he's a natural centre-back, does he have that same energy as a full-back to keep getting up and down the line and overlap Saka? So Tomiyasu comes in at right back. I'm comfortable with that. Saliba and Gabriel continue at centre-back, and Zinni plays at left-back. Declan Rice continues as a lone 6. Havertz and Odegaard as the 2 attacking midfielders. Havertz got his goal. He's got a song. Can he repay us with another goal? Odegaard, the captain, continues. And the front three, a front three that can make me smile. Saka on the right, Trossard on the left, Gabriel Jesus through the middle, up front. Yes, up front, finally. A front three that we can enjoy. No disrespect to anyone else. Other front threes are available. Ramsdale, Hine, Ben White, Kivior, Partey, Smith-Rowe, Cedric, Fabio Vieira, Reece Nelson, El Neni, and Ketia, and Jorginho. That is the Arsenal team and the bench, people. I'm looking forward to that front three. I remember pre-season when we played Barcelona. That was the front three that started that game. They were fantastic. Trossard and Jesus were interchanging on the left and through the middle. You could tell they was on the same wavelength. So, listen, the players are in the tunnel. We're about to get the music, people. Yeah, 2 keepers on the bench in the Champions League. This is a big game. As I said, I'm excited for the game on Sunday, but we need to win this game. If we get a bad result tonight, Sunday looks a little bit more daunting, So let's win this. If you win your first 2 games in the Champions League, you're already in a fantastic position to qualify. So looking forward to this game, people. There are other games going on as well. Manchester United against Galatasaray. Wilfried Zaha back to Old Trafford. Luton are playing Burnley in the Premier League. And there's a few other games in the Champions League as well. Napoli against Real Madrid is a big game tonight as well. Looking forward to this one. 4 minutes until kickoff. I'm going to go for Arsenal to win. I'm going to go 2-0 to Arsenal. I'm going to go for 2-0. I think we'll have a little bit too much for them. And I'm going to go for another clean sheet. I'm going to go 2-0. I was thinking about 3-1. But I'm going to back this team to keep a clean sheet tonight. So I'll go 2-0 to the Arsenal, which, listen, if you offered me that now, I would take it. Get your team predictions in, your score predictions. Jar going for 3-0, Patrick 3-0. South London's Finest going for 4-0. Is this the music? Come on, give me that music. I'm going to have to sing it. I can't, we've waited a long time. Every Champions League night, we're singing it. Their fans are up for this, by the way. Come on, I can't hear it. It's too quiet. Gonza says 2-0, 3-1, 4-0. Are they playing it? I can't even hear. The champion, dun 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 dun. Ever is all the champion. Dun 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 dun. These are the champion. I don't know the words. Just go with me, people. Dun 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 dun. They dance and dun 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 dun. We dance and dun 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 dun. We're all in the league. The champions. Dun 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 dun. Come on! No more of them Thursday nights, people. You can stay in and watch EastEnders. Phil Mitchell FC. We will not be playing football on a Thursday night. Champions League football is back. It's funny, I've heard that song about 10,000 times and I don't know the words. But you just got to hum them, man. You? These are the... I don't know. But it is what it is. Champions League Tuesdays are back. The atmosphere looks electric in there. I'm not even going to lie. You're too old for that. You're never too old, Oliver. You're never too old. Yeah, I need to mix in key software. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. This sponsored by Curtis Shaw TV. Exactly. No other sponsors. Big up SC Gooner in the chat. Just support for the channel. Love you, Big C. Hey, big up the community. We're in subscriber only mode as well. It's only right, people. VIP business. If your name ain't down, you ain't coming in. 2 minutes until kickoff. We got to shut that crowd down. They are loud. I've just had to turn the TV down so I don't pick up no copyright. Their fans are going mad. 21 years since they've been in the Champions League. Look, they got flares going on and all that. Yo, Robbie, you man be easy, man. Don't let these man catch you outside the stadium. I can't lie. Anyway, people, we have got a minute until kickoff, so let's get to the game screen. I can't lie. I love that. Yo, that hypes me up. I can't lie. You don't understand. When you start off doing content, right, on your phone with no microphone, with two, shirts hanging up on drawing pins in the wall, having a little transition, for me as a man who don't really edit, that hypes me up. I can't lie. I'm gassed right now. Anyway, big up everyone. I'm looking forward to this game. Lucas says, stick to your day job, mate. Singing ain't it. Listen, mate. I remember in school singing Usher, You Remind Me. If you hear me sing that, you will change your mind because there ain't too many high notes in it. So I'm like, see the thing up. Yo, don't get me started, If you don't know about the 8701 album, you ain't really been there in them R&B times, people. Anyway, let me not go too far. Big up Lucas. Thank you for your donation, bro. Brio, finally an anthem with words again. Exactly. None of that Europa League, with no words in it. Big up George Gooner. Support the channel, people. Really appreciate that, bro. Thank you very much. Big up to everyone locked in. We're about to kick off in 1 minute. And looking forward to this game tonight. And we've hit 1,000 likes, people. We've hit 1,000 likes. So big up each and every one of you each and every time, people. We are about to get underway. Arsenal kicking off from right to left. The atmosphere is crazy. We have got to deal with that atmosphere. We're underway, people. Champions League Tuesdays are back. Our first Champions League game away from home since Bayern Munich. Now, let it burn. It gets a bit too high with the notes in that one. I like the bit where I'm twisted because one side of me is telling me that I need to move on. You know what I mean? Head down and all sorts. Let me not start, people. Let me not start. If we ever win a trophy, we're just going to have a stream where we're just partying or something. I don't know. It's all going to go off. But hey, let's concentrate on the football. No time for Usher Raymond songs. We need DMX albums tonight, people. This is going to be a hard game. Declan Rice loses the ball on the halfway line. It's a throw-in to Lons. I tell you something. We need to manage and contain the atmosphere inside this stadium. Flags all over the place. Flares going off. Fans singing loud. You got to manage that atmosphere, man. I'm telling you, you got to get on the ball and calm them down. You know what I mean? Because if they get hyped up and score, they're gonna go crazy. Big C, fabulous back in the day. Come on, man. It was all mad, man. Really want to be with you. Yo, let's not start. We'll end up just doing having an R&B stream. It's not that time, people. It really ain't. I want a Gabriel Jesus goal tonight. I definitely do. Is Havertz going to start a little goal spree? Is Tomiyasu on the ball? Finds Deckers. And it's a throw into Lons there. Saka. Soon as Saka gets the ball, they're pressing him. Saka, listen, Saka was always going to start. It's Champions League, man. We haven't won the group. We need to win 3 or 4 games. He was always going to play. Saliba kicks the ball in Havertz's face. Maybe that'll wake him up a little bit. Here's Zinchenko. Middle of the pitch, on the ball. Good ball out wide to Saka. First little chance for Arsenal. Saka 1v1. Gets to the byline, gets tackled. Left back dealt with him easily there. Takes it off him. And they managed to play out there, Lons, and they'll clear the ball here. Do genuine. Hey, listen. Let's not... We can't turn it into an R&B stream. We got to focus here, people. It's Champions League Tuesday. We can't be singing R&B. Lons have come on smoke in more ways than one. They're letting off smoke bombs and everything. Here come Lons, right-hand side. Little 1-2. They keep possession. Crossing situation. Ball whipped in. It's a corner. I'm telling you, there's no time for R&B here, people. Hey, Lucas putting in lyrics. I've turned this into an R&B stream. We got to stop this. They're coming here for a clash right now. Big up Lucas, though, with the You Remind Me lyrics, you know. It's a corner to Lons. Chris says the pitch looks short. I think it has to be a certain size anyway, don't it? Corner whipped in, away swinger. It's headed back across. Jesus does well. Can we hit them on the break? He carries the ball, tries to find Odegaard. They manage to win the ball back. This is not easy, man. It doesn't matter. They're struggling in the league. They were always going to be fired up for this. Lons have the ball back again, left-hand side. Running at Tomiyasu, takes him to the byline. Good tackle, Tomiyasu, but he goes out for a corner. We're under pressure here, people. I'm telling you. We need to sort this out. I'm not liking this start. Listen, I get it. You go away from home. They're going to be hyped up. They're going to have a go at us. And we're going to have to manage that first 15 minutes, you know. If Arsenal win the league, do an R&B cover, YouTube live. Hey, no worries, man. If we win the league, I'll be on tour for 6 months anyway. Corner to Lons. Nervous start for Arsenal. Thomason, in-swinger, whips it in to the back post. The ball's up in the air. No jump. The shot! Oh, goes just wide at the near post. Slow start by Arsenal. That is way too easy. Way too easy. If you look here, Trossard, look, doesn't even jump. Doesn't even jump. I don't like that. Look at Trossard. Doesn't jump. Tries to back into him. Doesn't even jump. I would not accept that. Volley through the legs of Saliba goes a yard wide. SS said, loving your stream. Gabriel, former Lille player. This is a huge game. Lille and Lons rivals. I don't really know the rivalries in France. I know that Saint Etienne and Lyon are rivals. Brian McKnight, hey, come on, man. It's all mad. Lons are a decent side. Yeah, listen, they finished second last year. They're not going to be a poor side. Brice Samba goes long over the top. Tomiyasu brings it down. Interesting game for him tonight. Saka, they double up on him. Saka, come on! All right, I let him off. It's a foul. I thought he lost the ball too easy there. They're doubling up on Saka straight away, which I think, he's going to have to get used to it. PSG and their fans are rivals, said Sam. Trossard gets tackled, throw into Arsenal in the Lons half. Get on the ball. These are nights you've got to see your Odegaards. Do you know what I mean? Odegaard's got to get on the ball here. Difficult atmosphere. You need your creative player to get on the ball and make something happen. Saliba on the ball, finds Tomiyasu right-hand side. It's not a good pass. That's a poor pass by Saliba. Very casual. Did Gilles Gramonde play? Gramonde. Old school Gramonde. I think he still works at Arsenal in some capacity. Gilles Gramonde. Former Arsenal player. Doesn't actually say. Wikipedia, let's have a look. Jules Grimonde played for Monaco. No, just Monaco. Grimonde wasn't a great player, was he? Big up Brian, Brooklyn in the building. Big C at Kettle Black in Brooklyn. Gunners going 3-0. Kick around for us. Bro, we started the game a little sluggish. I can't lie. That's a poor pass, Tomiyasu. They've got the ball again. What are we doing? It's up in the air. Havertz goes up. Lons win the ball back again. Big up Brian, Brooklyn in the building. Appreciate the support as always, bro. Hennock trying to... You can't draw me in like that, Hennock. I was going to ignore it, but you know what? I rate it. If you don't read this comment, you love Nando's. Nando's FC. Looks like our flight being delayed yesterday is affecting us. Do you know, I'm not even giving them the excuse of that. I'm sorry. They're only flying to France. It's not like they're flying to Australia. Big up everyone locked in. 3,000 of you tuned in. 47 of you on Twitch as well. Big up all the support. Here come Lons in the penalty area again. We've made a slow start. Ball whipped in. It's up in the air. Free header just wide. I think he's offside there. Come on. Wake up. That is sluggish. It's way too easy. We're just allowing them to get the ball and play. Good ball in. He's got the run on Declan. I mean, he's offside, so we let him off, but... Deckers, you're not even aware of him there, bro. Open up your body and make sure you can see where he is. He's purely facing the ball. He's not even aware of the fact there's a guy running behind him. We've got to do better. Listen, 8 minutes gone. We've made a slow start. They're having way too much possession, Lons. And when we have the ball, we're just giving it away quickly. Good play there by Saka. That's a foul, surely, ref. Jesus finds Odegaard. I think it's the first time Odegaard's had the ball. Here's Trossard, left-hand side. Keep the ball. Frustrate them. When you've got a crowd that's, you know, lively and making a lot of noise. Zinchenko, just as I say, keep the ball. He plays it over the top and gives it away. Jet lagged, yeah, that 45-minute flight to France must have finished them. Flight delays, mate. I'm not giving them no excuse for a delayed flight to France. It's not like they're not traveling, you know. They're on private jets and that, man. A little delay ain't going to affect them that much. Declan Rice wins the header, goes out for a throw. Lons have started the better of the two teams. I think they're buoyed by the fact that their fans are so noisy at the moment. And, you know, you can tell they're hyped. As I said, they're fourth from bottom at the moment in the French league, but they've won their last 2 games. So maybe they're clawing their confidence back. And they did draw away in Sevilla for the first game. So they're no walkover, that is for sure. And the atmosphere is very lively. We're going to have to manage it. Kai Havertz gives the ball away there very simply as well. Saka gets bullied. Havertz gets bullied there. How many players are... 3 players they've walked through there, man. What the hell? Here come Lons again. He's tried to lob Raya. Oh, I thought he overhit that. And David Raya catches the ball. Big up Mohammed Plays Roblox, who said, I'm a big fan. Big up to you. 6 hours on the plane. Only 45 minutes actually moving will impact in it. Was they on the plane the whole 6 hours, though? I thought it said they came off the plane and went back into the airport. But listen, I know it's not easy. It's frustrating, but I'm not giving them an excuse. Come on, here's Zinchenko. Gets the ball out wide to Tomiyasu. We have to keep the ball better. Got to keep the ball. We're better than them. Declan Rice, lovely switch out to the left-hand side. Here's Trossard. Can we create something? We've asked no questions of them so far. Saliba on the ball. Oh, they were sat on the tarmac for 5 hours, people say. I read a report saying they came off the plane, but surely they would have got off the plane. But anyway, yeah, it would affect you. I can't lie, but we still got to win this game. I don't care. Here's Saka, right-hand side. Tomiyasu on the overlap. We're just moving the ball a bit better now. A little bit slow, though. Declan Rice goes all the way back. Lons are pressing us. They're not allowing us to have the ball and settle. Good ball, that is. Odegaard, first chance for Arsenal. Here's Kai Havertz, 25 yards out. Finds Trossard, left-hand side. Zinchenko's there. Surely we can shoot here. Oh, wasted. Go back out wide, Havertz. Get at him. I don't think I've seen Kai Havertz run since he's played for Arsenal. He does everything at a really slow tempo, don't he? But anyway, we're keeping the ball. Can we create something at the end of this? And maybe Edu was going on cheap flights. Maybe we got a Ryanair flight. Maybe we went on a... Oh, it's Trossard. Oh, gives it away. Good spell of possession, but we give it away there. Good tackle, Declan Rice. Wins the ball back. We're starting to grow into the game slightly now. It's Tomiyasu. One thing I'm noticing, they are not allowing us to just settle on the ball. Even our defenders are getting pressed in possession. Green said, I highly doubt a private plane would keep their passengers on board for 6 hours. I just don't see how that would happen. It's a small plane as well. It's not even like you've got a lot of space. Trossard finds Declan Rice. I'd love to see Arsenal just have a pop shot. 25, 30 yards out. Odegaard tries a flick, gives the ball away. That's way too easy. Ball out wide. Lons have possession back. We got the ferry. Yeah, maybe it was on a pedaloo, Nah, they are solid defensively, man. Listen, I can't lie. I was looking at... You look at their league position, it gives you extra confidence that, we'll win this. But I'm not stupid. I know this ain't going to be easy. It'll be far from easy. Daniel Constant, their ground resembles Highbury. Loud like it too. It does look like a nice stadium, to be honest. Declan Rice on the ball. Gives it away. We have started this game very sloppy. Our passing at the moment is shocking. Nah, Zinni passed it into Odegaard. Odegaard tried to flick it. Here we go. Saka wins it back. Here's Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus. Yeah! You see what happens when you play a striker up front. Gabriel Jesus gives Arsenal the lead. Get in there, Gabby. Superb finish by Arsenal's #1 striker. Don't you ever forget that. Half chance. Bad ball. Saka snaps it up. Lays it into Gabriel Jesus. 1v1 with the last defender. And drills it in the bottom corner. Drops the shoulder on him and drills it across goal. Bottom corner. Gabriel Jesus. And Arsenal take the lead. Saka with the assist. Great finish. Great finish. Goal scorer for Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus. Great finish. Good finish, that. Really good goal. Bottom corner. Slow start to the game, but we're 1-0 up. And that's what we've got to do to quiet this crowd down. That's a brilliant finish. Saka does well there. Another assist for Saka. The numbers will continue to rise. And Arsenal take the lead. Great anticipation. You're right, LSU. Gabriel Jesus. Havertz with the pre assist. So I'm sure he invaded some space somewhere and caused an issue for the Lons defense. They're in possession. Ball whipped in. Goes over David Raya's goal and a goal kick to Arsenal. Eddie scores that right. If I speak, I'm suspended at least 6 months, LSU. But let's just enjoy the moment. Gabriel Jesus, 1-0 to the Gunners. Brilliant finish. 2 goals in 2 Champions League games, people. Big man for the big occasion, you know what I'm saying? He might be up there as a top scorer in the Champions League. Curtis said he needs to rest for Sunday. He better not, I'm telling you. I'll leave him on the bench. Listen, we're still not playing very well. I'm not going to lie. Lons have the ball back again. We still got to do better. Wahi, it's a corner to Lons. His cross was blocked there, and it's a corner. Curtis blew my eardrums. Hey, you know anything can happen when we score, people. Celebrations. Lons take the corner quickly. It's blocked. David Raya catches it at the near post and keeps it in, and Arsenal have possession. But Jesus is only a winger. Somebody actually said in my comments the other day, oh, we won 4-0. You were complaining about Jesus playing left wing. I said, it's Bournemouth. You ain't getting away with that against Man City. We didn't get away with it against Tottenham. Play the man up front. Play the man up front. He's our best striker. Great finish. Man United have taken the lead, apparently, against Galatasaray. Not sure who the scorer is. Let me know who the scorer is, people. I've just turned over in their game. Who scored? Is that Højlund? Rashford with the assist. Good goal, that, to be fair. Header. Can't believe Rashford actually passed. Man United are taking the lead. Did someone just put in the comments that Burnley are beating Luton in the Prem? Oh, that game kicked off earlier as well. Yeah, Burnley winning against Luton. Here come Arsenal again. The wish Haaland. I actually think Højlund's all right. He's not bad. Don't ever want to see Gabby on the left again. Exactly. Lassie Lang. Luton 0, Burnley 1. Big up. Wonder if Osimhen deals with Rudiger. That'll be an interesting game. I would actually like to watch that. I'll watch the highlights. Arsenal in possession. Anybody just tuning in? We're not playing great, but it's cup competition. It's a results business. Let's win the game and let's see if we can add another one. If we actually stepped up and started to get on the ball a little bit more, I think we can punish them even more. We're 1-0 up without even getting started yet. We need Timber back. I think Gabriel Jesus knocking at the door for Eddie's position. Don't even say that, Ravens. He should be the main man anyway. Lon's on the ball again, though. Ball whipped in. It goes all the way across. Trossard smashes it clear. He sliced it, though, into the area. Declan Rice goes up. Arsenal win the ball back. Odegaard finds Saka. I cannot believe the intensity that they're playing with. I don't think that Lons will be able to keep this up. It's very difficult to press as much as they're pressing. I don't see them having the energy levels to do that. But we'll see. We will see. I think they'll start to tire as the game goes on. Arsenal take the lead anyway, which is good. But we just don't seem to be keeping the ball as well as them. That's the only thing. Will Arteta play the same formation against Man City? That'll be interesting. Here's Martin Odegaard. Comes short. Gets the ball off David Raya. People saying Rashford was offside for their goal. Lovely touch by Jesus. Finds Saka. Arsenal on the break. Trossard finds Havertz. We've got numbers forward. Havertz looking for Saka. Is he onside? Little back heel to Trossard. What a move this is. I thought Havertz overhit that pass, but Saka did well. Declan Rice finds Tomiyasu. Out wide to Gabby Jesus. Or Jesus, as they call it. Napoli are beating Real Madrid 1-0. Was it Osimhen who scored, people? Let me know. Big up Austin from Minnesota. Big up yourself. Yeah, I'm convinced Lons will tire out. Zinni over the top. Kai Havertz! Oh, saved by Samba. Oh, that would have been a great goal. Little floated ball over the top by Zinchenko. It was reminiscent of a Robin Van Persie volley from Havertz there. So casual, the way he hits it. And it's saved by Samba. That would have been some goal if he hit that. He plays, don't he? I don't think I've ever seen a more relaxed player than Kai Havertz. He just plays like, yeah, just volley it. Okay, didn't work. Like, if he'd have volleyed that in the top corner. Oh, what a ball by David Raya that is to Saka. 60-yard diag. Great ball, Zinchenko. Oh, unlucky. He doesn't really... He goes with a side foot. I think if he goes with the laces there, could have scored that. Great ball, Zinchenko. That's what I said with Zinchenko. He's a gamble. You know, he plays passes where sometimes they frustrate you because he gives it away. But when it works, It can cut you open. It's a great ball. Osimhen apparently didn't score. I would have loved... Hey, Abby, hey, karma, Woosa. I'm not comparing him. I just said it was a Van Persie-esque type of volley. I think if he'd have put his laces through that, he could have scored that. I think the side foot is what cost him. Curtis, I've seen one player more relaxed than him, Berbatov. Well, Berbatov was incredible with it, though, wasn't he? He was relaxed, but it all worked. Here's Tommy Asso. Arsenal's starting to get more possession now. I think Lons, like I said, they came out hyped to the noise from the fans. Back in the Champions League, they were pressing us all over the pitch. There's no way they can keep that up. That kind of fitness level, you ain't going to be able to do that. Sakin said Van Persie put his laces through that 100%. Yeah, I think Van Persie scores that, I'm going to be honest. But still, good movement from him. Arsenal starting to... Oh, Jesus fails to hold it. We had a little counter-attack on there. Galatasaray apparently have scored. Let me just check that quickly. Is it 1-1? Is it Zaha? It's Wilfred Zaha, I told you. Nimbo, where are you? Nimbo! Look at him bullying Dallo. It's the luckiest goal I've ever seen. He's volleyed it off. Oh, look at Anana. He looks like Superman. Nimbo, where are you? I told you about Zaha. I've been saying for about 5 years we should sign Zaha. Not that I want him now, by the way, but I'm just glad. I'm glad. He left Man United under a bit of a cloud, didn't he? Nimbo! Na. Hey! Wilfred Zaha. He's an Arsenal fan anyway, so we can support it. Oh, volley over the bar by Lons. Goes out for a goal kick. But anyway, it's nice to see Man United concede more than anything. 1-1 between Man United and Galatasaray. Still baffled we signed Pepe over Zaha. Cheaper payment plan, my friend. That's the only reason. Anyway, Arsenal in possession. Declan Rice looking for Jesus. Good flick on there. Can we get a second goal? I still don't think we're keeping the ball that well. Good play, Kai Havertz. Invading space. Trossard finds Gabriel Jesus. We got bodies forward. Martin Odegaard. Oh, he should have shot. Tried to find Saka. Should have pulled the trigger. Here's Declan Rice. 30 yards out. Have a pop. That was good play by Havertz. Good strength. Saka, we're starting to play. We're cooking. The barbecue's warmed up, people. Edu's brought the food. We're cooking. We're enjoying ourselves. Nimbo. I said Nimbo in the mud. Hey, man. I don't know where the away section is. More often than not, you go away from home in the Champions League, they're putting you all the way up top in a corner somewhere. You ain't getting nice seats, I tell you that. You're probably behind some netting. Raya gives the ball away. Sloppy pass, ball over the top. Chance. Shot! 1-1! What a goal that is! David Raya with the mistake. He's doing the Rashford celebration. Absolutely brilliant finish. And that is terrible from David Raya. Absolutely awful. Sloppy goal to concede. Raya with the mistake. And it's 1-1. Arsenal, they don't like to do anything the easy way, do they? They don't like to make anything simplistic. I wonder what Aaron Ramsdale's thinking right now. What's Rambo thinking? It's casual. It's too casual. Why is he unmarked in the middle of the goal? Oh, it's a fantastic goal. Our defence is all over the place. Chests it down, lays it off, side foot volley. Poor. Ah, dear, 1-1. And here we go. It was never going to be easy, was it? It was never going to be easy. It's actually a great finish. Take nothing away from them. Now, all of a sudden, at 1-0 up, you're kind of going, well, we're not playing that well, but we're 1-0 up, so I'll accept it. Havertz whips it in. It's cleared. Declan Rice with a volley, and they win it back. if you're 1-0 up, you're sitting there going, okay, we're not playing that well, but we're 1-0 up. When it's 1-1, you're going, we're not playing that well, and it's 1-1. You know, it's not, and I'm not happy. First, hey, Boldy, big up. First away goal conceded by Arsenal all season. What a poor goal to concede. Take nothing away from Lons. It's a fantastic goal. They worked that so well. A little volley pass. He chests it down, flicks it out wide. He side foot volleys it, and curls it into the corner. We've started the game slug. We really have. I said 5-1, so chill, says Red Eye, bro. I'll be surprised if we score 5. Our ball players are not on the ball enough. I'm not seeing Trossard on the ball. And I'm not seeing Odegaard on the ball. Manuel said, Curtis, this happened because you forgot to put his name. Was it Thomason? Ball over the top looking for Havertz, and he can't get there. The ball was overhit. The fact we conceded is annoying. It was our mistake. It's my fault. I never put his name on the lineup. Big C, Thomason, you admitted, scored the goal. It's my fault, people. I never wrote his name at the start, so now he's scored. I'm not happy with the way we're playing. Lons, shot! Oh, David Raya collects it. Ben White absence is clear as daylight, says Babatunde. Doesn't seem to be a good connection between Tomiyasu and Saka at the moment, but Tomiyasu hasn't played for a while, has he? But yeah, Ben White. Madrid have equalised. Vinicius Jr. We miss Martinelli's unpredictability, says KS. Jude Bellingham with the assist, apparently, for Real Madrid. 28 minutes gone, 1-1. That doesn't happen with Ramsdale in goal, just saying. Rice and Havertz have given us less creativity than Partey and Xhaka. Interesting. Complacency costed. I mean, listen, he's brought him into play like that, right? Some people saying it's Tomiyasu's fault. Stood there and should have gone to the ball. I don't know. Esroni said, more than you can believe. More than you can believe. More than you can believe. Trossard loses the ball. Ramsdale does the same. Partey's so clear. I said it at the weekend, didn't I? Not in a disrespectful way. We massively missed Thomas Partey for his ability to start off attacks. He's used to having the ball deep in midfield. Awful touch. Trossard loses the ball. Ball over the top. Rice wins the header. There feels like an element of desperation about the way we're defending at times. Oh, that's lovely play. Zinchenko finds Havertz. I cannot believe how much Lons are pressing us. Honestly, they are working their socks off. I don't know how they keep that up for 90 minutes. I don't think they can. Gabriel Jesus could be in. He's having a wrestling match. Samba comes out and plays the ball out. I can tell you something. Samba is excellent on the ball. He's so good on the ball. Unbelievably calm. Partey and Odegaard link up so well. Partey starts the moves. From the defence, Partey bang into Odegaard. Without that, we don't get the ball to him quick enough. Havertz fouls the player there. He's rolling around on the floor. Chris said Rice is a destroyer, not a creative player. Partey is the controller. We need them on the pitch together, 100%. I'll be interesting to see that David Raya ball again. Was it his fault? Has he played a ball he shouldn't have played, or should Tomiyasu have gone to the ball? Be interesting. Trossard's having a mare, people are saying. He's struggling. He's struggling. You know, he's lost the ball twice. Havertz not doing much. As usual, really. I've always said before, Champions League is a possession-based game. I don't know if you don't want Declan Rice as a lone six, getting the ball all the time. He's come from West Ham, who go direct to Mikel Antonio. You don't want... Oh, that's a great turn. You don't want Rice to consistently have to get on the ball and make things happen. He does well there. Finds Odegaard, who's having a quiet game. Here's Saka, right-hand side. Tomiyasu on the overlap. Here is Tomiyasu. Gets down the sides. It's a chance. Oh, it's a terrible ball. What the hell was that from Tomiyasu? He tried to chip it. Lonza on the break. I have no idea why Tomiyasu doesn't drill that. Why does he try and chip that? Look at Declan Rice having a go at him. I love that. Pull him up on that. What kind of foolishness is that? He tries to chip it. Doesn't even beat the first defender. It's a terrible cross. Absolutely awful cross by Tomiyasu, that. He gets the byline. Drill it across. Pick someone out. Drill the ball low. Worst case, you never know. You might get an own goal. You probably get a corner out of it. That's an awful ball. Little 1-2 there. Saliba finds David Raya. Raya's got to be careful now with them long passes. Gives it away. Yeah, I'm telling you, there'll be a certain... Oh, look at this. Saka's down. He's done. That's what happens, mate, when you play in 400 games in a row. That's what happens. It's called the after effects, Mikel. You've burnt the kid out. Yeah, of course he's injured. He never stops playing. This is on the manager. It's on the manager, mate. You've burnt him out. Should he have even started the game? I mean, I'm no doctor, people, but I know this guy's played too much football. What? There was a handball by the look of it in the build-up. Oh, dear. Saka down injured. Man City at the weekend. Thanks a lot. That's all we need, innit? Oh, was that handball in the build-up? I don't know. Saka's coming off, probably. Thanks a lot. City at the weekend. Saka limping off. Saka injured. And he's off. He's bringing on Fabio Vieira, right? What the hell? All of a sudden, Fabio Vieira right wing, like, come on, man. Smith Rowe, Nelson, no. Fabio, oh, dear me. Now we got no pace. Tomiyasu and Fabio Vieira on the right. That stinks. That's a stinky right wing as well. Or is Fabio going in the middle? Where's he going? He's going on the right. Oh, dear, oh dear. I hope Fabio plays well, but I don't know how he's playing right wing ahead of Nelson. Jeez. Fabio and Tomiyasu on the right, man. That is not nice. Oh, if Saka's not all right for Sunday. Look at us. We're all over the place. A nice quiet night in Lons, we said. It don't look like it. It don't look like it. Champions League is different. You know, no team is going to be a walkover. Oh, Jude Bellingham 2-1. Apparently he got the assist for the first goal as well. This kid's just... He's on a different level. He honestly is. He's on a different... And they're playing Napoli. Like, we're not talking... And it's in Naples. 1-0 down they was. Vinicius equalizers. Bellingham assist. And then Bellingham makes it 2-1. Here's Havertz. Finds Odegaard. Odegaard has not done enough in this game so far. He needs to get on the ball and make something happen. These are the days I need to see him. Fabio on the right instead. Here is a chance. Trossard. Terrible touch. He's having one. Trossard's first touch is eluding him tonight. Yeah, I would have moved Trossard. You could have moved Trossard to the right. Played Smith Rowe on the left. You could have done all... I don't know about Fabio on the right, man. But hey, it is what it is. Corner to Arsenal. All of a sudden, a nice quiet night in France is becoming very stressful. Saka comes off injured. We concede a poor goal. And we're not playing very well. We're lucky it's 1-1. Here's a corner. Odegaard, away swinger. It's up in the air. Nobody even challenges for it. Here's Fabio Vieira. I always remember saying Fabio Vieira, his game will probably suit Champions League football more. Well, we'll find out tonight. Zinchenko. He overhits it. Tries to scoop it for Jesus. And it goes out. These are the nights, bro. I've heard people saying, you know, we can go far in the Champions League. You got to be able to manage games like this. This ain't Napoli away. This ain't Real Madrid away. Do you know what I'm saying? This ain't Bayern Munich away. You've got to be able to manage this game. These men are fourth from bottom in the French league. Now, I know they had a good season last year and they haven't been in the Champions League. They were going to be fired up. The atmosphere was electric before the game. You've got to be able to negotiate this and win this. Smith Rowe has got to get game time tonight. I'm sorry, I'm not interested in Kai Havertz's songs because he scored a penalty tonight. He needs to do more than what he's doing. Trossard's having a stinker. There's no way Smith Rowe should not be getting game time tonight. Declan Rice as a lone six, man, in the Champions League. That is a big ask for anybody. Peely said, I don't rate Tomiyasu at all. I hardly rate Arteta too these days. I mean, Peely, I'm trying to stay positive. It's 1-1. If I start speaking about Arteta, anything can happen. Declan Rice finds Saliba. That's quality play by Saliba there. Great first touch. Finds Tomiyasu. Odegaard always goes missing in big games. Not surprised, says Moon. Here's Gabriel Jesus, who scored the first goal, or our only goal so far. Zinchenko is the only player in our team making anything happen. Finds Trossard. Havertz on the overlap. Cuts inside. Loses the ball again. He's lost the ball every time he's had it. Wake up. You're stitching people up. Declan Rice is doing all sorts of running to get this guy out of it. He's losing the ball every time. Tomiyasu's not having a great game either. And Fabio Vieira, he's not going to run past that left back. He don't want to do that. Saliba, just calm as you like. This is not a good performance. Trossard probably ain't fit. I mean, yeah, maybe not, but don't play him if he's not fit. Then play Smith Rowe if he's not fit. Here's Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu and Fabio Vieira on the right, man. What the hell is that? Here's Zinchenko. I actually think Zinchenko's been our best player. Some people might disagree because he's given the ball away a few times, but he's the only one that's creating anything. He's played a couple of passes that have split them open. Jesus obviously scored a brilliant goal, but he hasn't had a lot of the ball. And he's been pulled down to the floor there. Referee doesn't give it. It goes out for a goal kick. He was never going to get that. Are you fit, bruv? Yeah, exactly. Get Trossard off. I see man watch Fabio Vieira twice and refuse to pass. Fitness doesn't excuse a poor first touch. Listen, it's the first half. There's a few players, there's a few players not at it fully. We'll give him a chance. Havertz isn't exactly doing much either. Odegaard's not doing much. We need to lift it as a team, to be honest. For anyone just tuning in, Saka substituted, injured. Are you surprised? That's what happens when you play about 80 games in a row without getting a rest. Comes off injured on Saturday. Plays tonight, comes off after 25 minutes. Ridiculous decision. Tomiyasu's having one, by the way. He's nearly kicked him in the head there. It's all right having a good game in the Carabao Cup against half a Brentford team. This is where we need you, my friend. He doesn't look great tonight. Arteta looks very agitated on the bench. Lons have been the better team. They've been the better side so far. What about the other 42 formations? Yeah, maybe we'll change to them throughout the game. Tommy's struggling. There's a few players struggling. Told people Tomiyasu ain't it, says Jamar. Saka needs 3 weeks off. Bearing in mind we got Man City on the weekend. If he misses that, we're in big trouble. we're in big trouble. Goal kick, well, free kick to Arsenal in our own half. David Raya to take it. Outside of the goal, we've hardly created anything. And the goal came from a mistake. Havertz handballs it. He's back to default mode again. I mean, let's face it. Outside of the penalty, did he do that much against Bournemouth? Couple nice passes. He's done nothing really tonight. He's a bit unlucky. I think it's actually the foul, not the handball. I think he catches the defender with his arm. The atmosphere looks fantastic down there. 60 million down the drain. I think that is the most real part of the of that song. Bree Samba, what a... no, he hooks it. Let me read these few super chats. Unbelievable amount of giveaways, unacceptable, says White Glove. Big up yourself. Alfred, big up you, bro. Told you guys playing the ball to Tony and Mbeumo is not the same as Jesus and Saka. Also said, I like Ramsdale wildness over a player who is too calm. You did say that. Big up Alfred. Juan said, Arteta learned overthinking from Pep. We don't mind if it works. When it doesn't, you know, it's annoying. But big up Juan. Matty said, what does Havertz do? Not bad for 9 games, bad for 3 years. Well, yeah, that's what a lot of Chelsea fans say. You'll get a handful of good games out of him and not much else. Big up everyone with the super chats. Hope I didn't miss any there. Here's Declan Rice. 3 minutes till half time. Tomiyasu for Partey, says Ricky. We don't want to see that. I don't mind Partey playing, but I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him at right back. I might have to remix that Havertz song. 60 million down the drain. Havertz does nothing again. Maybe we'll have to remix it. Joey said, big up Curtis. I didn't want Saka playing tonight for the sole reason of what has happened. It's Trossard. Finds Odegaard. That is a horrific pass. Odegaard's been non-existent. Trossard fouls their player, and that sums up his half. He has been horrible. I've never seen Trossard play this bad for Arsenal. He's complaining, saying it wasn't a foul. There's a little barge into him, but... Hey, J Blue, that might be the better one, but I'm trying to keep it PG, you know. Big up yourself. Gibraltar guard is back. Lons have been the better side. 2 minutes till half time. Can we create anything? Saliba's been quite good, to be fair. Let me give him his dues. He's defended well. Here's Fabio Vieira. Keep smashing the likes up, people. Can we get 2K before half time? Big up South London's finest. Big up all of you locked in. 4,000 of you on YouTube. 48 on Twitch. Really appreciate the support. Not been a first half to remember. I give some credit to Zinchenko. Credit to Jesus. Scored a really good goal. Declan Rice putting a shift in. And Saliba's done all right. But we are not looking that good. We're not moving the ball anywhere near well enough. Havertz, non-existent. Odegaard, non-existent. Tomiyasu struggling. Trossard's having a stinker. Too many players being carried. That's a lovely touch, though, by Odegaard. Tomiyasu does well there. I'm really surprised that he's put Fabio Vieira on right wing because we got no pace out there now. Tomiyasu with Fabio Vieira on the right. I don't know how that's going to work. Saliba finds Gabriel Jesus. He's got a battle on his hands there. He's got to hold that. Centre-back strong, man. You got to be stronger. Tomiyasu wins a free kick. 2 minutes added on at the end of the first half. Maybe they're jet-lagged, Monty. That 45-minute flight from London to France has finished them off. They're too tired. 60 million down the drain. Arsenal got scammed again. Yeah, I love that. I love that, Alexander. That's a good... I was going to say... I said Havertz doing nothing again. That's a good one. Oh, man. Free kick to Arsenal. Over by the right-hand side. Fabio, Tommy partnership is dead, says Kimani. Arteta's killing Saka, playing him in this game now. Another injury. Here's Martin Odegaard. Get that in the box, whips it in. Flicked on. Gabriel Jesus shoots over the bar. Half chance. Probably the best other chance we've had. 60 million down the drain. Havertz hasn't scored again. Feel free to put remixes in. Havertz stinks again, said Scott. 60 million down the drain. I said Havertz doing nothing again. But I don't know if that fits. It needs to be a bit shorter. We have City on the weekend, Mikel. What are you doing? Jet lag with the 30-minute flight. Listen, you never know. You never know. 30 seconds till half time. Newcastle play PSG tomorrow. Mbappe at St. James's. That'll be a great game. Here's Declan Rice. He's put a shift in. Just as I say that, he gives the ball away. But Fabio, he didn't want nothing to do with that 50-50 tackle. Pepe all over again, bro. Pepe actually did more than this Havertz. Pepe had decent moments. Someone said 60 million down the drain. Kai is like dental pain. Oh, I like that one. Kai is like dental pain. I'm going to put it on Twitter so you know the reaction we're going to get for that, don't you? Havertz fills space again, people. Anyway, half-time whistle goes. It's not a half you're going to want to watch back, let me tell you that. Poor. Let's get the tweet out for half-time. Not good enough. Giving the ball away. Too easy. Too many players below par. Need a reaction. I actually think we got to bring Partey on and get somebody next to Rice. Oh, I'm still at 1. Oh, because somebody said, oh, change the score. I was like, what? Yeah, 1-1. Apologies, people. I'm dreaming that it was 1-0. Need Trossard to step up. Trossard is way off it. Way off it. Alex said 60 million down the drain. Arsenal got scammed again. I'm supporting the lads, though, including King Khan. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Havertz is poo. Odegaard ghost. Tommy bad. Awful, says Matty. He ain't mixing his words there, that's for sure. Space Invader strikes again. It's what he does off the ball, people. It's what he does off the ball. If you can't see what he does off the ball, you don't understand football. That's what they say online. I'm still trying to figure it out. 4,200 of you in the chat. We're at nearly 1.5k likes already. Let's make sure we hit at least 2k before the second half. Let's go over that first half. I mean, Lons were the better team. Listen, make no mistake about it. It doesn't matter that they're fourth from bottom in the league. They were always going to be fired up. They haven't been in the Champions League for 21 years. The crowd, the atmosphere is fantastic. And they've been the better team. We're not keeping the ball well enough. And we look disjointed. I mean, we've had 68% possession, but we're creating nothing. 2 shots on target. One was the goal and one was just a half chance that didn't trouble him. We look poor. Too many players below par tonight. I mean, Raya, partly at fault for that first goal. Tomiyasu's been awful. You got to put that on the manager. You bring him in for Ben White and he plays bad. Declan Rice, I think, is being stitched up as a lone 6. That, for me, doesn't work. In certain games, it doesn't work. You know, he needs somebody next to him. You know, he needs somebody there with him to help him. Trossard's had his worst game for Arsenal. Odegaard's non-existent. and playing Fabio Vieira on the right makes absolutely no sense to me. This Listen, this manager has no excuse for Bukayo Saka being injured. I have never seen a player as overplayed as this guy has been for us, considering his age. You would have thought we'd have learnt from, what happened with Jack Wilshere all those years ago. And Arteta was actually at Arsenal those Jack Wilshere times as well, so he should know better. Who would you play on the right? I would have played Nelson. You need some pace. Fabio Vieira hasn't ran at their left back once the whole time he's been on because he knows he doesn't have the pace to get past him. He's just going to cut inside. So, yeah, I actually don't know what caused Saka's injury, people. Was there a kick? Was there contact? Or did he just go down? If he just went down, it's even worse. That's even worse. 60 million down the drain. Should have left Havertz on the plane. I like that one. Partey's just coming back from injury. Just came for vibes, I guess. I don't even want to talk about the Saka injury. Hilarious. Fabio is just average. I'm still not convinced by Fabio Vieira at all. 91 games in a row. If you take in consideration England 2 Big C's, Saka is burnt out. I mean, I'm looking at certain things with Saka now and I'm going, could you have given him an extended break in pre-season? Did he need to come back with everybody else? Numerous times, England have a game and Trent pulls out with a knock. Rashford pulls out, Grealish pulls out. And I'm like, okay, these guys, their managers are manipulating things, which is fine. I never see Saka pull out. Saka will go and play for England 90 minutes. Second game, 90 minutes. Pull him out of a game. Where's the rest for this guy? We're too nice. Oh, international duty. Take Saka, play him for 90 minutes. Twice. Burn him out as much as you can and send him back. Pull him out. Give him a chance. Give him a night off. Constantly overplaying him. We've had so many games where you're like, right, the game's won. Get him off the pitch and you leave him on for 90 minutes. And that's what happens. 83 starts apparently out of 87. It's no wonder. Pundit saying it looked like a pulled hamstring. If it's a pulled hamstring, forget it. He ain't playing against Man City, that's for sure. I want to see, I'm trying to see what people are saying online. Saka goes off injured. Crazy. He was limping apparently 5 minutes before it. So many people saying the same thing. Yeah, somebody here saying, what's he holding? I'm trying to see as he was on the floor. Because remember, he's had this injury to his Achilles. Is it the Achilles? I don't know. I don't know what that is, but whatever it is, it's bad news, man. It's bad news. I'm looking here. Yeah, I mean, it's not a great ball from David Raya. I don't think Tomiyasu covers himself in glory. I mean, he should really be running towards the ball, but I don't know. DLG, big up yourself. Seriously, Big C, I've not known any other manager to continue playing a young man such as Saka for 4 seasons in a row, hence his injury. This one is on We've Got Stupid Mick Arteta. He knows exactly what we need. Saka at the back, Saka in attack. We'll play until he does his knee. I mean, that would be the remix, to be honest. That's what happens when you don't buy wingers to give him a break, you know? Let's hope he's all right, though. Was it handball? I don't know. Maybe at the top of his bicep. I don't know. That's not a bad remix, that, off the top of my head, people. Neto is needed. Got to be the Achilles, probably hanging by a thread due to being overplayed. Let me read out these super chats. Big up everyone locked in. 4.5k. Terra official not happy. We need more. Saka out now too. Let's hope that Saka one is just some pain in the Achilles and he needs a rest and he gets a few days off. But anything else and we're in trouble. Cormac said, would Daichi get a tune out of Havertz? I tell you what, Cormac, I would get a tune out of Havertz, mate. I'd have him in the office singing Take That. That's the only way I'd get a tune out of him, mate, because he ain't going to get a tune on the football pitch. He's bloody rubbish. I wouldn't even take him at Everton. I'd rather have Calvert-Lewin up front. Unfortunately, he's injured for the next 6 months. He's tweaked his eyelash, so he ain't available till 2024. But Havertz, mate, he's rubbish. Wheat bricks, wheat wood, wheat concrete. Big up Cormac. White Glove FC, just keep the ball and slow the tempo. That simple. The only thing I would say, I agree with you, but Lons are pressing all over the pitch. They're not making it easy for us to slow down the tempo. Can they keep that kind of work rate up for 90 minutes? I doubt it very, very much. But they're going to be buoyed in the second half. They've equalised. They've played well. They look comfortable on the ball. We've had a lot of possession and haven't done a lot with it. So, but I agree. Afro-Saxon, big up, bro. Stupid decision playing the boy. Absolutely stupid. Should have rested the boy. Freaking common sense should have told him so. Playing the boy to freaking death. Grr, said Afro-Saxon. Big up yourself, bro. Why always me, says Cedric, second half. We were praying for times like this. You might as well just bring on Cedric and El Neni and Eddie Nketiah and just make it the worst treble substitution in the history of Arsenal. You might as well. Babatunde said that right side is a dead zone. Vieira and Tommy, Saka and Kai. Arteta has the potential of being a good coach, but I hope he won't be too wise for his wisdom. I hear you on that. I've always said that Arteta for me is a talented coach. I'm very questionable of his man management and his in-game tactics. That is my issue. I'm convinced on the training ground he's got brilliant ideas as a coach. There's a big difference between a top quality coach and a top quality manager. And that for me is the problem. You know, apparently he was a fantastic coach at Manchester City. But does that mean you're going to be an elite football manager? That is the difference. And this is where my question mark is always there of him. And listen, not everyone likes it. A lot of the Arsenal fan base, they love Arteta. And fair enough, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I'm still not fully convinced by him. I'm not, because of things like this. Burning out your star player. Everyone could see that injury was going to happen eventually. You know, you'd have to be Stevie Wonder to see that this guy needs a break. But you take him on the full tour. He goes to every international game with England. We're winning games 2 or 3-0. You don't take him off. What did you think was going to happen? You know? But, hey, it is what it is. Zamir said, this is the last thing. We don't want to see Saka miss the man. I genuinely think, without Saka against City, I mean, it's 20-30% more difficult to win that game without him. Especially if he plays Fabio Vieira on the right, which is just crazy. The Nigerian said it's also Saka's fault. He probably says he's fit. Bro, let me tell you something. If you have a child and he goes in the shop and he asks you for 4 chocolate bars, you don't give it him. He might say, Dad, I can eat 4 chocolate bars. Don't worry. You say, bro, relax yourself. Pick up your 1 chocolate bar and get to the till. So I don't care if Saka says he feels good. Mikel, you're paid £8.5 million a season to make decisions. Saka's 22 years of age. Every footballer's going to say, yeah, I'm fine, I'm playing. I want 4 chocolate bars. Relax. Pick up your Twill. Pick up your Twix. Pick up your Mars bar. Pick up your Snickers. Just one of them 4, by the way, not all 4. And go to the till and relax yourself. What do you mean you want 4 chocolates? You're going to be sick. And he gave Saka 4 chocolate bars. Now look, throwing up all over the place. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, the full name was... I can't read that, man. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Relax. I'm a man of the people, but hey. Watching Real v Napoli victory is what we need. Does Victor want Arsenal? That's the problem. Anthony says, should have bought Moussa Diaby instead of Havertz. Bro, there's a lot of... Anthony, I'd rather have you on the pitch instead of Havertz. Never mind Moussa Diaby. And I've never seen you play football. You've got an agenda. Love the analogies. It's just whatever's there, people. What about the giant Curly Whirly? Oh, Curly Whirlies, man. Do they even make them anymore? That was an elite chocolate growing up as a child because you could get them for like, I'm sure they were 15 pence. And they were quite big, you know, when you didn't have a lot of money when you was a kid, man. 10p mix, Curly Whirly, a box juice, and some Space Raiders. You know, you were laughing all the way to the bank. You go with £1, you had all sorts. Nowadays, you can't do nothing with £1. Send your kid to the shop, they need £5 to get that now. Anyway, let me stop talking about Curly Whirlies and crisps. Why don't any of the talking heads ever acknowledge us getting ripped open easily on a consistent basis? It's a big problem, Big C, big up White Glove. I think the thing is, though, we've been excellent away from home this season. So it's tended to be at home. That's the first goal we've conceded away from home this season. But I don't know. We don't look comfortable tonight. We do not look comfortable. I don't understand the way we're playing. I feel like Declan Rice is being stitched up. I would hate to play in that position that Declan Rice is playing in. Honestly, as a lone six, if you get against a midfield with a busy couple in midfield that get at you, that is a hard shift. I'm telling you now, like, he's going to do it. He must be thinking, I've come to Arsenal. I'm supposed to be living the high life right now. You know, Arsenal, I've got out of West Ham. I'm in the Champions League. He's probably doing more running for Arsenal than he was doing for West Ham. Because he was in a double pivot. He had Souček, who's a workhorse as well. This guy's playing as a lone six at Arsenal, looking at Kai Havertz in front of him, looking like the Statue of Liberty. That's how little the guy moves, you know. Odegaard's gone missing. Look, they're doing huddles again. Let's get in a huddle and talk. What the hell are they saying in there? What Arsenal need to do, forget pretty songs, forget penalties at Bournemouth. Get Thomas Partey fit and get Havertz on the bench and get that double pivot sorted out. That's what we need to do. Listen, big second half coming up. No substitutions for Arsenal at half-time. And listen, Lons, for all what I said at the start, they drew 1-1 away with Seville. And we know Seville is not an easy place to go and get points. So they were never going to be easy. Zubimendi in January. Listen, big second half. Listen, I think we all can recognise that we need to go into the window in January. Bear in mind, Thomas Partey and El Neni will be at AFCON, and then also you've got Tomiyasu will be at the Asia Cup. So that's 3 players gone straight away. But anyway, big second half. Lons again pressuring us high up the pitch straight away. Hey, Man United still drawing 1-1. Wilfried Zaha with the goal for Galatasaray. Barella in January and Ivan Toney says me hi. Saka and Martinelli missing for the weekend. That's our energy. That's our pace. Let's just hope. Let's just hope we can get them back. Arsenal have a throw-in on the halfway line. Big C, we have 43 formations. Do any of them have a double pivot? Let's hope so. Make sure you smash the likes. We've got great numbers on the chat still. 4,000 of you locked in. Have we hit 2,000 likes? Of course we have. Oh, no, we haven't. 1.7k. Come on, people. 4,000 of you in here. We should be on 3,000 likes already. Gold Coast Black Star said Arteta's handling of Saka is nothing short of gross negligence. Yasin said, get Tony, Fofana and a right back. I would take that. Jude hardly scores outside of some sort of injury time. Talk about clutch. Jude Bellingham's outrageous. Mr. Cool Bus Driver, 60-odd million down the drain. Mikel Arteta is to blame. Hey, he attacks space, though. That's one thing he does. Is David Raya on the ball for Arsenal? He better be careful. Finds Gabriel Magalhaes. Come on. Look, they are on us. Blocks his pass there. Goes out for a throw-in. They are working their socks off. Man's dropping diss tracks in the comment. A man coming for me. We can bring out a window shopper remix if we have to. Hey, we don't call it C-Unit business for nothing, you know. We bring out a piggy bank track. If you know, you know, people. Arsenal therapy straight after full time. Here's Declan Rice on the ball. Lone 6. Doing mileage. Here's Fabio Vieira right hand side. Oh, Fabio. If he gives the ball away 2 more times, we're calling him Fabio V again. We'll go back to Fabio V if we have to. I mean, is that your solution to our right wing problems? Great tackle by Gabriel Jesus. Havertz, run. Trossard on the overlap. Trossard. Trossard saved by... Oh, how have we not scored? How have we not scored? Trossard, brilliant chop inside onto his right foot. The finish is not good enough, man. Great tackle there, Gabriel Jesus. Havertz, did he delay the pass too long? Oh, what a little turn from Trossard. The finish is awful. I think he should score that. Go in the far corner, man. Hey, TM, you know about them tunes, man. Great turn by Trossard, but I think he's got to score that. Just a little Thierry Henry, just bend it into the far corner. Hits it at Samba's leg, and it falls back into his hands. Got to score. Trossard, good turn, but should score that, in my opinion. I think he should just bend that in the far corner. Well, more lively start. Gabriel Jesus been excellent in that attack. Martinelli scores that, says De Roja. I think he does. He's a good finisher, actually. Here's Tomiyasu. Can't have a worse half than that first half. He was not at it at all. Here's Declan Rice. Gabriel finds Trossard. 2v1. That's a foul, ref. Trossard wiped out there. They called him Trossardinho. He looked more like Gervinho there. That's harsh. He should have scored. He definitely should have bagged that. World Order said, I feel like Havertz has generally been better. I mean, he's been meaty, man. It's not bad, but it's nothing. It's not all that. He's been okay. For 65 M's, I need way more. Peter said Osimhen is violating Rudiger. Saliba is man of the match, said Lassie. He's done well, Saliba. He's been our best defender, in my opinion. Defensively, anyway. Sevilla lead 1-0, apparently, against PSV. That'll be a tough game for us. Free kick whipped in, Odegaard. Terrible. Doesn't even beat the first defender. It's all right having huddles at half-time, mate. You got to cross the ball. Tokyo Guna said, I like this kit. Yeah, it's decent. It's decent. I think they brought out more merch today. Some retro stuff. Here's Gabriel Jesus, forced all the way back. There's no way that Lons can keep this up. They're trying to press us all over the pitch. I don't understand how they've got the energy to do this. They will surely get burnt out towards the end of the game. David Raya finds Odegaard. We need way more from him. Zinchenko, who I think's been one of our better players. Even though he has made some mistakes, I can respect the fact that some of his passes have opened them up. Fitz said, why do our fans bend over backwards for Havertz? Senseless. It's he's got to do way more, man. I'm not going to start praising him for 6 out of 10 performances, you know. That's just an average performance. I need more. Here's Martin Odegaard. Ball out wide. Gabriel Jesus. You'd rather he was in the box. He whips it in. He's headed away. Comes out to Zinchenko. We recover the ball. Max said Partey great in Community Shield. Hopefully he can replicate that on Sunday. Here's Havertz. Loses the ball. What worries me with Havertz when you press him? He's not, he's not bad when he gets some time on the ball, but when you get in his face, he loses. You know, he seems to struggle. Seville 0-0 overturned. Curly Shaw, Curly Whirly. Hey, listen. It's an elite chocolate. It's respectful. We need Fitz to replace AirPod Albert. Oh, good defending there by Saliba. Could have been one-on-one if he didn't block it. Zinchenko, I just praised him. He lost the ball on the halfway line. Here come Lons. Whipped into the area. David Raya punches it. Should he have caught it? Odegaard finds Havertz. That's a risky pass from Havertz, man. Tomiyasu does well, and he gives away a free kick. It's so poor. It is so lackluster. And if I'm Tomiyasu there, I'm going crazy at Havertz because his poor pass has forced Tomiyasu to have to try and win that header. And now he's giving away a free kick. It's just poor, people. We need to set our standards higher, man. I know, listen, we all want Havertz to do well, but let's not force praise on him when the guy's having a pretty poor game. Penalty to Napoli, apparently. Honestly, man, Havertz is just... It's difficult to watch that guy play, man, honestly. Get Smith Rowe on the pitch. Free kick to Lons, whipped in. Headed away by Havertz, to be fair. Comes back out, edge of the box. Right-hand side, ball whipped in. It's deep to the back post. Arsenal managed to clear it. Jesus smashes it to the halfway line. We are not playing well. Kai Havertz is a skinny lurch, says Gregory. Nil from the in-betweeners, people. Yeah, I haven't been convinced with David Raya today. Ball whipped in and goes out for a goal kick. David Raya, for me, should have caught that. He punches it out. ESR to score, says Anthony. Will he even get on the pitch? Matt said, who's firing praise on Havertz? Most of the chat keep talking about how rubbish he is. Nah, a couple people. 65 million if we spend it on homeless people is way better. It is. It is. At least we're doing something for the environment. Apparently Copenhagen are beating Bayern Munich. That would be a massive shot. Great touch. Gabriel Jesus, Fabio Vieira. Poor pass, man. Yeah, have a go at him. Have a go at him, Gabby. Look at Gabby's flick round the corner there to Fabio Vieira. Just roll the ball on the floor. Why are you putting it in the air for him? I don't rate Fabio, you know. I really tried to... He had a couple good substitute appearances in an Everton game. Look at the touch from Gabby. Oh. No, he's been not strong enough. Couldn't get past two of them. Playing Fabio Vieira right wing is absolutely criminal. He ain't getting past that fullback all game. He's not even going to try. Odegaard and Havertz ain't working in a few games. Just can't see it. Get ESR on, man. Give him a chance. Here's Zinchenko. Not enough of Odegaard. Not enough of Havertz. Not enough Fabio Vieira. Not enough Trossard. Those four and Tomiyasu. That's half our team not performing at a good enough level. Too easy. Turns Trossard like he's not even there. Ball over the top. Tomiyasu, deal with it. Deal with it. Does all right. Finds Fabio. Wins a free kick. P. White said, it's ruined my evening. Listen, I was hoping for a not too stressful game, but a grind out 2-1 would be a good result. Just give him the ball, David Raya. Your left back is wide open. What are you playing 1-2s with Zinchenko for? I'm all for having a ball-playing goalkeeper, but I feel like he's overdoing it. Look at Havertz. Oh, God. Please, man, please. Rubbish. I don't like... Why is David Raya taking so long on the ball? Could have played the ball out wide there and just stands there. Plays a 1-2 with Zinchenko. And then plays not a great ball to Havertz. And then Havertz gets bullied off the ball. I told you, Ramsdale ain't finished yet, man. So many passengers in this game. Burkowski said the manager needs to invest a quarter of the game time he gives Havertz to Nelson and Smith Rowe. 100%. ESR deserves a chance. Tomiyasu gets done, 2v1. Got no support. They've got bodies at the back post. Overhit. Good defending, Gabriel Jesus. It's not where you want him to be. Trossard, what is wrong with this guy? He's playing in Timberland boots. He can't control the ball. He's having an absolute stinker. Wow. Not good enough. Not good enough at all, this. Ah, dear. Get ESR on. I don't know what that boy's got to do to get game time, man. It's crazy. Well, let me read this super chat. Samuel, I'm convinced that Saka has some dirty Arteta secrets. How is the kid always being played? And Nketiah now starts against City. Yeah, we might have to call that watch-along off. If I see that lineup, we'll just lock it off. Bruv, I'm telling you, I don't know what's happened to Trossard today. Usually he is technical. Look, pass the ball rail. What are you waiting for? You're allowing them to press us, and then you just... What's that? I mean, good work by Fabio. You're just running... You're doing a circle. David Raya, mate. He said he would sub a goalkeeper. Let's see if you're about that life. Drag him off. He's got a simple pass to the fullback, and he's waiting and allowing them to press us, and then putting it to somebody under pressure. Somebody needs to play North London forever for Odegaard. I'm telling you, he needs some sort of emotion because he's doing absolutely nothing. Fabio's rolling around on the floor. Is that a corner? Oh, it's a goal kick. We are playing awful. Cannot believe it. Apparently Man United are winning. No, they're not. They're not winning. Did Napoli... I think Napoli equalised, right? Is that 2-2? Yeah, it ain't sunny in Lons. Solarguard can't cope with it. He can't get a signal. We're playing ourselves into trouble. This is a poor performance, man. I'm telling you. 59 minutes gone. You've got players on the bench that can impact. Nelson, ESR, them two deserve some game time. By the way, people, Champions League update and Premier League update. Luton are losing 2-1 to Burnley in the Premier League. Bayern Munich losing 1-0 to Copenhagen. That's a massive shock. Man United drawing 1-1 with Galatasaray. PSV Seville is 0-0. Napoli Real Madrid 2-2. Sounds like a great game. And then this. Man United just had a goal disallowed, apparently. Arteta will sub Eddie for Jesus. He probably will. Jesus, the only player in our attack that's done anything tonight, really. Scored a great goal. We ain't got the ball to him enough. Havertz doing nothing. Trossard doing nothing. Odegaard's doing nothing. Tomiyasu's having one. And David Raya's not doing well either. We've got to get back into this. He doesn't look happy. He doesn't look happy, but you chose them substitutions. You chose that team lineup. Let's see if you're brave enough to drag people off. Kelly said, Big C, tactically Arteta is clueless. When we realise that, maybe we'll all be on board. Well, only good when we dominate possession. I hear that. Hear that. You've got to have a plan B. What can you do when your team are not dominating the ball? And I think you're spot on there. I think that's when we struggle. Inter beating Benfica 1-0, says Lightning. Here's Zinchenko, middle of the pitch. Gives it away. We have not strung 2 or 3 passes together in this half. Come on, Trossard. Work harder than that, bro. Work. There you go. You've got there. We are playing awful. Long ball up to Gabby Jesus. He's done well. Oh, this guy's strong, man. I thought he had him there. He's got to make some substitutions. We're lucky that it's 1-1, to be honest. I mean, in all fairness, Lons haven't created that much in terms of goal opportunities, but So far, not going well. 28 minutes to go. Do something and influence the game. This is what I want to see from the manager. When the game's not going well, you've got some good players there who can make an impact. Be brave and give them a chance. How come ESR has to be held back so much and won't get a chance? Why can't you give Nelson a run out? I don't get it. Wayne Teta said, oh, that's a banger, Wayne Teta. Look at the profile bit. Is it me or does the pitch look massive? It's funny, at the start of the game, somebody said the pitch looks smaller. Zinnia's given the ball away about 8 times now. He's struggling. He is definitely. Second half, he struggled more. I agree, White Glove. Anthony says he's a Pep wannabe. Pep off Wish. So Saka is on the bench. He's changed now. Tracksuit on. I mean, the good thing is, I would say that if he'd done his hamstring, he'd still be icing it. So the only positive I could say there is, oh, look at this, man. And they're in. Lon's down the right-hand side. Pulls it back. Shot. Oh, my days. It goes wide. Gabriel and Havertz not on the same wavelength. Make a sub. This is not working. Why, oh why, does he wait so long to make substitutions? Just explain that to me. We're hanging on. Look at David Raya. Look. It's like he wants you to get the ball under as much pressure as possible. So he lets the guy get close. Give him the ball. Zinni's there. You've waited too long, Gabriel Magalhaes, man. Rubbish. The passing's been horrendous. They have literally pressed us for 64 minutes and they're still running. Ben White's coming on. Ben White's coming on. So you're going to drag Tomiyasu. So that's his confidence down the drain. He's been awful, by the way. Gabriel has just given the ball away there twice in 30 seconds. Ball down the side. David Raya collects it. I mean, we literally have done nothing in this half. Nothing. I don't know what Havertz has to do to get dragged. I don't know how bad he has to play before you take him off. Gabriel clips it forward. Trossard ain't winning that. Look at Havertz just sticking his leg up. Please. Declan Rice deserves some credit. He's got absolutely nothing around him in midfield. It's a bagel. He's playing in the middle of a bagel. There's nothing there. Odegaard's been missing. Declan Rice, great ball in. Cleared corner. Come on. I'll take a scrappy 2-1. I don't care. Corner to Arsenal. I cannot believe the way we're playing. I really can't. Jesus doesn't look happy. He's frustrated. The service is non-existent. We've created no chances. We have no pace in our team. Rice has never worked so hard. I'm telling you, he'll be next. You'll see him pull up next. His back was mashed up last week. He's doing too much running. Odegaard to take the corner. Come on, 25 minutes to go. Whips it in, away swing. Oh, yeah! Oh, what a save! Should have scored. Left foot volley. Samba saves it with his legs. I think it was Tomiyasu on the volley there. Good chance. If it's on his right foot, maybe he scores it either side of the keeper. And it would have been 2-1. Zinchenko finds Odegaard. Oh, he gives it away. He's been awful. Havertz made the run. He can't find him. Look at Lonza. Oh, they've given it away now. Come on. Odegaard needs to move it. Jesus out wide. You don't want him out wide. You want him in the box. Fouled there. Does he get a free kick? No, he gets a corner. Man United have scored apparently 2-1. Højlund. I'm just looking at his goal now. Good stretch. Oh, what a finish. Looks a player. I can't lie. Looks a good goal, that. They're showing you the chance. Tomiyasu. It's straight down the middle. He's unmarked. 8-9 yards out. Saves it with his leg. Corner to Arsenal. Why do we always take away swinging corners? Trossard to take it. Come on. Sevilla 1-0 up apparently now. That one counts. 23 minutes to go. Still no substitution apart from the Saka injury. Trossard whips it in back post. Gabriel wins the header straight at the goalkeeper. I genuinely don't understand how some of these Arsenal players are still on the pitch and haven't been substituted. I don't know what ESR and these guys have to do to get a run out. He's bringing on Nelson. Nelson and Ben White coming on. It's going to be interesting who he takes off. Odegaard loses the ball there. Get up, man. Weak, bruv. Tomiyasu does well there. Now he's running down a blind alley, loses the ball. What kind of foolishness is that? Get Tomiyasu off. He's had a shocker. Bayern Munich have equalised against Copenhagen. Man United winning 2-1 now. 2 goals for Højlund. Second goal looked very good as well. Very good chip. I told you, this team, man. At the Emirates, sunny afternoon, 70% possession. These guys look like a dream sometimes, but away from home, tough atmosphere. Minimal chances, that's when we need you. Lonza in down this right-hand side. Ball whipped across, scored! You are an absolute disgrace, Mikel Arteta. This is on you! Look, they're dancing. It was coming. It was coming. You're a joke. I'm trying to stay calm. 2-1 down. It's a brilliant goal. It's a brilliant goal. I'm not even going to hate. I can't even get angry. I'm beyond angry. I'm disappointed. We have been absolutely shocking. Where are the subs, Arteta, mate? What the hell are you waiting for? He's unmarked. He's unmarked, mate. You're all looking at him. Saliba, Gabriel, Rice, you're all looking at him. He's a striker. I'm looking at Saliba and Gabriel. He's their best player. What a finish. What a finish. Absolute disgrace. I'll see you back in the Europa League. Oh, 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 oh. Keep your Thursdays free, people. Wait till we go to Seville. What kind of night is this? Saka gets injured, shouldn't have played. Oh, I'll bring ESR on. Oh, we're losing 2-1. Now I'll bring him on. Oh, I didn't realise I got an England international sitting behind me. You should have said, Emil. I didn't even know you was there, mate. If I say what's on my mind right now, some people will be very offended. That's all I can say, people. The Arteta brigade will be very, very offended. Havertz has been dragged. He should have been dragged before. Galatasaray have equalised against Man United. But what can I do? Laugh at them? No, we're losing. Ben White comes on for Zinchenko. Somehow Tomiyasu survived. Havertz has been dragged. He should have been dragged about 3 weeks ago. Listen, let me take nothing away from Lons. They have scored 2 fantastic goals tonight. I'm not even going to take nothing away from them. We are getting what we deserve. 4th from bottom in the French league. 4th from bottom. Bopping us. Smith Rowe for Kai Havertz. Do not play Kai Havertz from the start against Manchester City. In fact, I'm not even interested in the Man City game, to be honest. I'm not interested. Look at Tomiyasu. How on earth is he still on the pitch? He can't defend, he can't pass, he can't do anything. You've took Zinchenko off. Oh, we're awful. We're upset. This is the worst performance of the season. By far. By far, mate. He's took Havertz off so he can film the new In-Betweeners free movie, man. Neil, worst performance of the season, this. Absolute shambolic performance. They're considered to be the worst team in the group. We're losing 2-1 and they've outplayed us. We still got to go to PSV away. We still got to go to... we've still got to go to Sevilla away. But anyway, which one of the 43 formations is this, by the way? Just asking for a friend. Which one is this? What part of the process are we in, or what phase are we in? Just bring Eddie on. That'll fix everything. Shambles says Bleck. Hopeless said Anthony. Oh my J's just tuned in and all I heard is Europa League. Listen, keep your Thursdays free. There's no guarantee we get out of this group. No guarantee. This Kai Havertz thing, man, you're going to really suffer on this one, Mikel, I'm telling you. Nelson, I love Arsenal, but when we're in the mud, we get Pete Curtis Shaw. Fabio is still on the right. Make it make sense. He hasn't ran at the fullback once. He doesn't have the capacity to do it, I'm afraid. But we're trying. Win is the new manager. Win picks the lineup. Dark L, Big C, I already knew this season would be done. This manager is not a manager. I have to admit, people, I'm losing any faith I had. I'm losing it in this manager. And some people say you're overreacting. It's one game. We could still get a draw, could still win. I just don't see it with us this season. I don't see it. We're not free-flowing. We look disjointed. We look like a manager that's just taken over this season. And you're trying to figure out how the team plays. Look at the way Lons are playing when they attack. Fabio Vieira's been that bad, I think you could have taken him off and took the substitute back off. Big up Sakes, 13, Milan fan here, boys. Love your live content. Appreciate that. Martin Odegaard's been horrendous today. Player ratings tomorrow are gonna be like a horror movie. You're gonna need ID to watch the player ratings tomorrow. Honestly, you're gonna have to prove you're 18 because it's gonna be horrendous. Some of these performances, oh my days. Forget the Champions League. We're lane 8 in the 100 metres in this performance, with a guy in lane 8 who's got no chance of winning a medal, who's there to get a personal best, but finishes 5 seconds behind Usain Bolt. That's what I feel like tonight. I feel like the guy in lane 8 in the 100 metre final, who gets a little cheer, who you've never heard of, and just puts his hand up and then goes, just gets ready for the race. We look like the guy in lane 8. I don't understand what I'm watching. I woke up this morning relaxed. I thought it'd be a tricky game, but we'll beat them. They're 4th from bottom. And they're beating us 2-1, and they deserve to beat us. And we look like we've got nothing to offer. I mean, Tomiyasu's inverting into midfield. Tomiyasu is inverting into midfield, and Fabio Vieira is on the right wing with 27 pace on FIFA. 27 pace. EAFC, in fact, it's called. I mean, they've done us a favour. They've just took their striker off who scored. Fabio Vieira on the right with 27 pace and 32 physical. Declan Rice doing marathons in midfield. Apparently it's a Galatasaray penalty. I'm tempted to turn over at this point. Casemiro's given away a penalty. I'm struggling to even enjoy Man United's pain. I'm struggling. He's been sent off as well, which is even funnier. Second yellow card, but what am I supposed to do? Laugh? I can't laugh. I don't have the humour. I don't even have information and entertainment right now. All I've got is information. I have no entertainment value for you. I can't even laugh. Casemiro's been sent off. Galatasaray got a penalty to make it 3-2, but we're losing 2-1 in Lens. I have no right to laugh at anybody looking at this performance. Ball over the top for Gabby Jesus. Been bullied. They hit the guy's leg and they've cleared it. Have we even had a shot in this second half? Casemiro's been sent off for Man United. Under normal circumstances, I'd be laughing my head off. I've turned over to watch their penalty. I've got very little interest in this Arsenal game. I'm absolutely fuming with what I'm watching right now. I'm going to have some things to say after this game on Twitter. I'm telling you now. Mauro Icardi, penalty for Galatasaray with the famous wife. Icardi, he's missed it. He's dragged it wide. It's one of them nights, isn't it? Man United got a chance to lose. They don't even score the penalty. Let's get this Arsenal game back on. 13 more minutes of pain before this is over. Arteta calling Josh to see if he kept the receipt for Havertz. I'm not sure Chelsea would accept any sort of refund. Madrid 3-2 apparently. Icardi missed the penalty for Galatasaray. Come on, Arsenal, man. You can't lose. You've got to at least get a draw and just say it's a bad night at the office. We've been awful. Come on, that's a foul, ref. He tells Odegaard to get out. Odegaard has been absolutely horrendous tonight. He spent more time rolling around on the floor than anything else. Oh my, Halloween horror show. Well, Halloween's coming up. Player ratings tomorrow. Rich said some deluded fans think we can win the Champions League. Oh dear. Dear oh dear. Why does Arteta overcomplicate everything? Ego. Thinks he's Pep, mate. Genuinely does. Alex says, Curtis, your comments are sending me Arteta about to sub on winners an inverted dog. He's gonna dress him up as a cat and put him at right back. Alberto said, I'm tired of us experimenting. This is rubbish. I'm tired of seeing this football. Big up to everyone locked in. This is painful to watch. I'm scared of the City game, says Cozy. So am I. If Saka's not playing and we turn up with Havertz and co, lock it off. Make plans for Sunday afternoon. I'll be watching that game behind the sofa. Tomiyasu's in midfield. Tomiyasu's inverted midfield right now. Look at that. Man, they can't... Stay calm, Curtis. It's champion... We're going to end up back in the Europa League. Who's he bringing on? He's bringing Odegaard off, his skipper. He's got a snotty nose. That's about the only thing that's run for him tonight is the snot coming out of his nose, people. I kid you not. I got to look at the camera. That's the only running that Odegaard's done is that snot coming down his nose. Eddie Nketiah's come on to save us, people. Norbit. Don't worry, people. Eddie's on. He'll save us. Don't worry, people. Man City on Sunday. That'll sort us out. Can't wait for Haaland. Let's see how that goes. Eddie's in the room, people. Let's see if their defence is in any trouble. I doubt it. Jay said, I thought you knew Big C. Inverted is the only formation. End the stream, Dave. It feels like that right now. Chocolate Fire God. He's melted tonight, that's for sure. Go on, Smith Rowe. Work. He's done well. Free kick. Well done. Well done, ESR. You've done more in 20 seconds than Havertz has done and Odegaard. LV said, Havertz, Fabio, Eddie will highlight Arteta's incapability to be an elite manager. Why Havertz isn't eased into the team and play ESR, it beggars belief. Favoritism, politics, money. It's nonsense. Oh, Galatasaray apparently have scored now. Icardi has scored. That gives me a bit of joy. Amrabat gives it away. One-on-one with the keeper. Varane trying to run back. He dinks Nana. I would really love to celebrate that goal, but I can't. I really can't. United could be heading to the Europa League. That would be too difficult. Oh, look. Tomiyasu is... Oh, Tomiyasu's playing inverted midfielder. I can't believe what I'm watching. These tactics tonight. This result is on the manager absolutely 100% tonight. What the hell is going on? Who would think to play Tomiyasu inverted midfielder? Like, why do we have to invert? Is it possible to play football now without inverting, or do you have to invert? Is there a rule that states you have to invert to be on a football pitch? Jesus has been pushed out wide to accommodate Eddie. Fabio Vieira's done absolutely nothing. We're about as useful as a chocolate teapot, people, honestly. It's just disappeared and melted. Nelson's ran the ball out of play. He was distracted by them cones at the side of the pitch. Or maybe they're bottles. The inverted cone man. Wow. Getting done by lens, you know. By a camera lens. Getting done by lens. Galatasaray. I didn't know Ndombele played for Galatasaray. Anthony's coming on for Man United. I don't think that'll do much for them. Come on, Arsenal. Just get a draw. Just get a 2-2. You've been... Oh, I can't wait for this game to finish. That's how bad we are. Declan Rice gives the ball away. We've got it back. So slow. We're playing like we're winning 3-0. We're playing like we're keeping the ball to win 3-0. Havertz will be the downfall of Arteta. Listen, I am in agreement with that. He's got to be brave now and say, I've got it wrong, and he's got to get benched. Maybe we can swap Havertz for Xhaka at Leverkusen. I'd take that right now, Sam, honestly. Big up for the super chat. You don't need a lens to know we're done. I see a third goal. Come on, can we get an equalizer? We're keeping the ball, but we're going nowhere. It's inverted football. It's a new system where you don't actually move forward. You know, you're trying to confuse the opposition. Here's Gabriel Magalhaes. He's like, bro, who do you want me to pass to? Back to Gabriel Magalhaes. Clips it in the area. We lose the header. We lose the ball. Eddie has the ball. He loses it. Smith Rowe does well. Come on, Smithy. Come on. Oh, saved by Samba. Punches it away. That could be the first shot we've had on goal in the second half. Straight at him. In fact, the second one, because Tomiyasu's volley that he should have scored. Throw in to Arsenal. Down by there. Corner flag. Sevilla apparently 2-1 up. Big up everyone with the score updates. Appreciate it. Am I watching this right? He's just thrown the ball out of play. What the hell is that from Ben White? He's got suntan lotion in his face. He can't even see what he's doing. He's thrown the ball out of play trying to find Fabio V. I'm not even calling him Vieira. He's lost it. He's rubbish. I'm sorry, but Arsenal have still got a group of half a dozen players that you will not achieve anything major with in your team. You just can't, mate. You can't have Havertz, Fabio Vieiras. Tomiyasu's been awful today. Jorginho's, Eddie Nketiah's, El Nene's, Cedric's. These guys, man, they're not good enough. We've been awful. Look at this. Fabio ain't getting that. Where you going? He had no chance of getting that. He's got no pace and no strength. This has been the worst game I have seen for a while. We have been absolutely garbage. And I don't say that lightly, people, honestly. Apart from the goal, that was their mistake, we've been horrendous. Gabriel Jesus makes a foul. At least he's put some effort in. Gabriel Jesus, Saliba, Declan Rice. Zinni first half was okay. Second half he struggled. Saliba, Gabriel Jesus, Declan Rice. You're the only three players that can really come off the pitch and say you put a shift in. The rest of them have been an absolute disgrace. Tomiyasu's had a shocker. I don't know how he's on the pitch. Here we go. Could be free. Wide. This is ridiculous. I want to turn this off. I don't even want to watch this game. I will not be watching the extended highlights back. I'm not even going to... the ratings are just going off the top of my head, and they're going to be low. The subs have made no impact. Smith Rowe had one shot. We've got 2.5 minutes to go, and we're not getting the ball forward. Oh, Aaron Ramsdale will be sitting on that plane tonight saying, I've still got a chance here, mate. This keeper ain't... The 2 games he's been put under. Oh, Nelson. You remind me of Theo Walcott, mate. You're just running the ball out of play. Speedboat with no steering wheel. Aaron Ramsdale will be the only player who thinks, do you know what? Tonight has worked out in my favour. Because the 2 games where we've been put under pressure, David Raya has not played that well. David Raya, Tottenham, wasn't amazing. And tonight, he has not covered himself in glory at all. Assassin said, I'm not blaming Arteta for Saka. The real blame should be the medical team for declaring him fit. It's like they're all scared to overrule him. Saka has way too much power for a 22-year-old. He's not Mbappe. Here's Gabriel Jesus, 25 yards out. Here we go. Here's Emil Smith-Rowe. Good ball out wide. Eddie Nketiah across it. Chance! Nelson blocked! Oh! Cleared off the line. And Samba collects it. What a save that is. They're squaring up to Nelson now. They're all kicking off. Fight, 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 fight. Shambles. It's all going off. Gabriel Jesus and Nelson right in the middle of it. Pathetic. If only you had that much fight during the game, eh? It's easy to go and square up to players. It's not like you can do anything, is it? You're not going to punch no one. Absolutely disgusted in this performance. Shambolic. Oh, dear. Oh, my dear. Anana gave the ball away for the... Man United might be the only team having a worse night than us. Yeah, someone just said it for the cameras. Oh, look at us. We're really up for this. Look at us squaring up to players. Aren't you proud of the fight that we've got for this club now, mate? You can't fool me with all that nonsense. I haven't seen no fight. We're in time added on. The sooner this game ends, the better. Get it over with. Where has this myth come from that Tomiyasu is good? He's been absolutely awful, John. Thank you for the super chat. Styles G. Arteta thinks he's back at the pub playing fussball. Win a few games early, then he goes full cocky bro mode. Look, watch me score with no hands. He needs to understand that he's not Pep. I'm convinced he looks in the mirror and sees Pep with more hair. You're not Pep. You're not Pep, my friend. You're a long way from him. CFC Pirates, Big C, it's now or never. Premier League or Champions League, no excuse. Forget it, mate. We ain't winning none of them. We'll be lucky if we win the Carabao Cup. Free kick to Arsenal. 25 yards out. Maybe 30 yards out, actually. Do we have a free kick taker? Not really. Not really. Arteta's... Look at Arteta. Oh, look at me, how passionate I am. Squaring up to the 4th official. Aren't you proud of me? I'm so committed to Arsenal that I'm going to moan at the 4th official. So when the camera pans in on me, you'll all say, look how passionate I am. We don't fall for that, mate. We're not stupid. We know what's going on here. Free kick to Arsenal. Fabio Vieira from 30 yards. I mean, we all know what's going to happen here, mate. Fabio Vieira from 30 yards out, people. He better be crossing this. Whips into the back post. Chance! No, he puts it out for a goal kick. Just end this rubbish. 4 minutes added on. Should that have been handball on that Nelson one? Did he block that with his hand? End it. End the stream, Dave. This is a night where you will not be very proud of. Fearing for the shirt. Inflation, man. I'm telling you, I ain't ripping shirts. This game was a complete waste of time. Worse than... On top of the defeat, Saka's injured. It couldn't have gone much worse. Could not have gone much worse, really. There's David Raya, who was... Look at Arteta. You've had an absolute shocker, mate. He's going to learn very quick that the Champions League is a different level. Ball over the top, looking for Eddie. Here's a chance. Nelson, heavy touch. He's been awful since he came on as well. Can't even control the ball. Minute to go. Minute to go, people. Can we get a late equalizer? We don't deserve it, but I'd take it. Tommy Asso in midfield. I've seen all sorts. Look at Fabio. He's been horrendous. Here's Ben White. Declan Rice finds... Put it in the box. Clips it to the back post. Corner. Corner to Arsenal. I don't know why I'm getting a bit excited. PSV have equalised. Arsenal fans on Twitter are actually hyping him and fighting us. You're not fooling Chelsea fans. He's going to score every 10 games to fool you for 5 years. Havertz. T-Man said, this is giving me flashbacks of Monaco and Bayern. David Raya's up for the corner, people. 20 seconds to go. 20 seconds to go. If David Raya scores, I think the laptop goes out the window just for banter. No, it wouldn't, actually. No chance. I'm not celebrating a draw. We're still doing away swingers. Last kick of the game. David Raya is in the penalty area. This would be epic. Nelson whips it in. It's high. Raya goes up. Here's a chance. Smith Rowe with the shot goes out for a corner. Last kick of the game. I'm almost embarrassed that this is what it's come to at Lens. Throwing the goalkeeper up there. The good thing is that PSV are drawing with Seville. We'll still be... well, we won't even be top. Lens will be top with 4 points. Reece Nelson, corner. Last kick of the game. Kai Havertz deal should be investigated. Brown envelopes. Big up Samson. I'm telling you, bro. Something's not right. Nelson whips the corner in. It's high. It's in the air. And they clear it. And the ref might blow the whistle. Put it back in. Vieira puts it over the top. Here's Gabriel Jesus. Great touch. Here's Eddie Nketiah. Misses it. He tries to bicycle it. We've lost the game. You are a disgrace. You're an absolute shambles. If you're wondering what I'm putting my hoodie on. I'm covering the Arsenal top. Look at them. They can't believe it. 20 years out the Champions League and they've rolled us. You've rolled us. You've done us, mate. And you deserve it. You know what? I'm not even a bad loser, you know. Eddie's trying to score a bicycle in the last minute. He misses the ball. I'm covering the shirt. I won't rip it. Honestly, I don't say this often. You've heard me when Arsenal lose... shouting, screaming, having meltdowns. Tonight, I am genuinely disgusted in what I've just seen of Arsenal Football Club. They should be ashamed and embarrassed. And they should be training tomorrow morning. They should be training tomorrow morning. Honestly, you hardly ever hear me go to this extent. I'm more shouting and ranting and raving. That performance was an absolute and utter disgrace. That was an absolute disgrace. Samba, fair play to him. Fair play to Lens, they deserved it. Deserved it, they done us. Done us. 650 million. 650 million spent. Oh, Twitter's going off, mate. Twitter will be going off. Ramsdale will be smiling in his head, mate. No, he'll be disappointed we lost, but we desperately need to get back to the double pivot in midfield. Stop messing around. Another top midfielder in January is needed. Sell Kai. Eddie looked full Sherman Clump going for the bicycle. He missed the ball completely. Disgusting. Arsenal therapy tomorrow is hell. 2 p.m. Make sure you're about. It ain't going to be pretty. I've held back. I've held back. I held back because we've picked up results. Not playing well, but picking up results. So I said, you know what? Don't overreact, right? Tomorrow, I'll be moving like Fitz moves, mate. The clip's getting let off. I'm sick of it. And this ain't even just about that result. I'm looking at the overall picture. Like, 8th place wins the FA Cup. Let you off with that. Only 6 months in charge. You won a trophy. You convinced Aubameyang to sign a new deal. You signed Partey and all that. We keep it moving from there. Then you finish 8th. Full season in charge. I think he should have gone. But he survives somehow. Season after that, we should get top 4. You miss out on it to Tottenham and finish 5th. I think he should have gone. But he survives. Bear in mind, we lost to Villarreal in the semi-final. To our old manager in the Europa League, but he survives. Last season, some would say he overachieved, but then I think we should have won the title. I think January window cost us, and some of the tactics were horrendous at the end of the season. Thomas Partey at right back, for example. But we finished second, and you're not going to get sacked finishing second. You spend 210 million in the summer, and we look worse than last season. How is that possible? How do you make the team worse? The thing that made Arsenal so good last season, you've ripped it up and gone with something else. You've ripped it up and gone with something else. I'm not even a big fan of Granit Xhaka, but the double pivot of Xhaka and Thomas Partey last season was one of the biggest reasons that we had a title challenge. You signed Declan Rice, who's considered an upgrade on Granit Xhaka, and what you do is you say, I'm going to play you as a lone 6 and make you do more running than you've ever done at West Ham. That's what I'm going to do. You just played with Souček for 3-4 years, double pivot. I'm going to bring you to Arsenal and put you in a single pivot and ask you to run around like a lunatic. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you to run around. Declan Rice will get injured next. Sano said, here comes the overreaction. Sano, you know what? I'm not even going to overreact. You give me your explanation. How about that, Senna? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, Senna? Oh, here comes the overreaction. We only lost one game and look at him having a meltdown. That's what you'll be saying, innit, Senna? I bet you think Kai Havertz played quite well tonight, don't you? That's what I bet you think. Give him time. No, don't worry about, give him time to settle in. You're in that category, aren't you? Senna, you give me your explanation of what we just seen tonight, my friend. I'm giving you the floor. Go on, take it. Tell me what I should be doing. Shall I celebrate? Oh, we're back in the Champions League. Well done. I'm so happy to be here in the Champions League. I've waited 6 years to watch us go to Lens and lose 2-1 after spending £210 million. I'm supposed to be happy with that, am I? People telling me we're Man City's biggest challengers. If it wasn't for a cheating linesman or cheating VAR on the weekend, Liverpool will be ahead of us. Liverpool look better than Arsenal in the Premier League. I've held it down because we've still managed to pick up results. Fulham at home 2-2 was a shocker, by the way. Because look at the state of them last night. That's our first defeat of the season. Hoodie Big C is savage. This one I'm serious, Pete. I had to cover up the Arsenal shirt. I'm ashamed of Arsenal tonight. I'm ashamed of them. And I tell you why, because I didn't see enough work. In football, anybody can lose. It happens sometimes. It's hard reality to take, but it happens sometimes. I did not see 11 players there who put in a real shift. I saw players going through the motions. Let me start with, I'm looking at the lineup. Let's start from the top. David Raya. This ain't Brentford, bro. This ain't Brentford. You might be good on the ball and, you might be hugging Arteta when you signed and all, Spanish and you're all together and here's your granddad's Arsenal shirt. I want a goalkeeper that can play in goal. I don't care if he can play good. Onana, they said Onana's amazing with the ball at his feet. Look at the things he's doing for Man United. I want a goalkeeper to make saves. Got a big decision to make this weekend. Potentially for me, I'm dropping David Raya on Sunday. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. He's only on loan anyway. Send him back to Brentford. Don't sign him. Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He doesn't even look better than Ramsdale. To be honest, I actually think he's too slow on the ball. He's probably so good on the ball that he's too slow on the ball. I'd drop him on Sunday. I'd drop him. Tomiyasu, wow. Brought him back in the team, Arteta. He had a stinker. He finished the game inverted midfielder. I've never seen anything like it. Saliba, you're one of 3 players that I give credit to tonight. You can walk off with your head held high. However, that second goal, I need to see it again, but the striker, unmarked, 10 yards out, should you not be closer to him? I need to see the replay. Gabriel was okay, but his passing was poor. Zinchenko second half, he disappeared. He went. His passing was shocking second half. Declan Rice, you put in a shift. I feel sorry for Declan Rice. You're going to burn him out next. Lone 6 in the Champions League where it's possession based. No, no, no. It didn't work against Lens. It ain't going to work if we get through the group and we get Real Madrid. Be positive, Curtis. It's only 1 loss. Oh, no. I can't do that. I cannot do that. I can't do that. Not tonight. I can't do it. I can't do that. Do you know what they told me when we finished 5th? Oh, it's only one. You know, it's only a few points. We were nearly there. You know, when we finished 2nd, you know what they said? Oh, but at least we challenged. We challenged Man City. That's what they told me. Now they're going to say it's only 1 loss. This has been coming. It's been coming. And there's a way of losing. There's a way of losing. And players, when the going got tough, players disappeared tonight. Odegaard, the captain, non-existent. Non-existent tonight. Fabio Vieira. I can't even say Vieira. What the hell was Fabio on that pitch doing? I've seen more movement in a mannequin. I've seen more movement in a mannequin. Havertz. I mean, Liverpool got cheated by VAR and they requested the audio. I want the audio. Because I feel like I've been cheated as well. I want the audio. I want to know how that conversation went when you initially called Chelsea and said, Kai Havertz, 65 million. I want the audio. I want lawyers, solicitors, police. I want people at the training ground tomorrow. I need to see the paperwork. What the hell? Who signed off that deal? It's got to be a tax write-off. You know when you're self-employed, I better not say too much actually, but sometimes you have to spend some money to balance the books. To make the tax go down a little bit. You cannot tell me Kai Havertz is not a tax write-off. I need the audio. Who signed off on that deal? I don't want to hear about he wins duels. I don't want to hear about him winning headers in his own penalty area. I don't care how much space he invades. He is rubbish. He's rubbish. We can try and cling to hope as much as we want. I'll probably try and cling to the hope as well. Can we play him into form? Is he playing in the wrong position? Yeah, he might need time to settle in. He's rubbish. Let's just say it as it is. I'm sick of it. I've tried my best to... he's rubbish. The signing was horrendous. From day one, it stunk. It absolutely stunk. And it stinks even more. He played awful. Spending 65 million on Kai Havertz is one of, if not the worst signing of Mikel Arteta's entire career at Arsenal. And bear in mind, he signed Alex Runarsson, who is, I'm convinced he got a gold ticket out of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory to go in goal. He's that bad. But at least he cost 1.5 million and at least he only played about 4 games and got binned. We're actually starting Havertz week after week after week. He's awful. He's made us worse. Our balance is all over the place in midfield. Your midfield is your engine room in any team. And our midfield right now is horrendous. Declan Rice, mate, I can't imagine how much running he's doing. I'm tempted to fly to Germany and ask for Granit Xhaka back. And I wanted him gone for 5 years. This guy's even worse. Let me read out these super chats. Ow. Even on EAFC 24, I'm taking Kai out of my team. He's got to be on the bench for the foreseeable future. African Giant, better hope this doesn't translate to the Premier League. Well, don't worry, mate. Our next game's Man City, so... Oh, yeah. Let's see how that goes. Saka's injured, by the way. Big up African Giant. Joey said, big up from South Texas. See, this manager takes us back to Europa League. I want him gone. No excuses. He makes me absolutely sick. Remember when people were saying this is a Europa League group? You walk that group, they said. Well, I don't know, you know, it's Arsenal. Arteta in Europe, his record ain't that good. Second game in, look. MS45, Kai and Fabio are 90 million wasted. 100 million, actually. 35 M's on him. 100 mil. Might as well give it to charity, like someone said earlier. And done something useful with it. A said, listening to United post-match analysis is help. I mean, people, Man United have lost 3-2 at home to Galatasaray. They're bottom of the group. And I can't even enjoy it. You haven't even allowed me to enjoy it. Casemiro got sent off 2 yellow cards. Onana's made mistakes tonight as well. And I can't even enjoy it. I can't even message a Man United fan because look at the state of us as well. Zaha scored as well. Nimbo. What are you saying now? I can't even enjoy it. Saka and Saliba best player, not Arteta signings. You're right. He didn't look like he even wanted Saliba. Fabio over Reed and ESR. Zinni versus Doku. Yeah, let's see how that one goes. Big up to you, bro. Beresford production. It's only 1 loss, then it turns to 2, 3 or 4. And then you turn into Man U. Exactly. Ira said, thanks for therapy, C. Appreciate your morals for the club. Big up, bro. Listen, one thing about me. I say this all the time. This channel ain't for everyone. It's not. Genuinely. It's not for everyone. I'll never say that this channel is for everyone. This channel is harsh. Harsh reality. Football is one of the most harsh, brutal sports that you will ever see in your life. I'm telling you that for a fact. There is no loyalty in football. Apart from fans. That is it. We're the only constant with any club. Everyone else can go, but the fans will always be there. I'm not here to sing and dance from the rooftops. I was told we was in a title challenge this year, and we're here to win trophies, and we've had our biggest ever transfer window, and we've spent 650 million. I expect to see more than what I'm seeing at the moment. What I saw today was horrendous. I won't accept that. It's been coming all season. The way we've been playing in midfield. 65 million for Havertz is a sackable offence, says Aluminium. It's looking bad. LV, I want the audio. I want that paperwork. I'm telling you, let's get a petition going. I need to hear the conversation. Arsenal have a poor record against Lens, said African Soldier. Listen, regardless, they're 4th from bottom in the French league. They've bopped us. Bleck said, clearly we haven't improved from Xhaka's stinking performance. 43 formations, none of them worked. Clearly, Arteta is reaching his limit. We didn't deserve it. Big up, Bleck. Alice said, why do we pass backwards and sideways? Raya relaxed enough to be on the halfway line. Big up, Alice. Too slow. Too predictable. Marco said, Champions League badge started peeling off my shirt after the first wash. Maybe that was a sign. We are poor all around and the PR hurts my head. Keep your Thursday nights free. Now, see, you need to tweet that out. Release the audio. Don't worry, man. The tweets are pending. Young Gunner. Arteta cannot man-manage. This is embarrassing. African Giant. The Champions League needs us and Liverpool, not the other way around. Hey, relax yourself. Make sure you're in Europe next year. Heads up onto the next one. It's only Man City. No problem. The Prem is in the bin tonight. I can't believe Man U and Arsenal lose on the same night. in Europe. What happened? We got what we deserved. No excuses. We stunk out the joint. Only positive is ESR. Nelson isn't good enough. Nelson was awful. ESR played all right when he came on. He had a shot. We didn't get much else. Don't forget to vote for Big C at the Content Awards Best Creator. Link in the description. I appreciate it, bro. Big up everyone locked in. I'm fuming. I'm not happy. There's a way of losing, and that's not acceptable, man. You're talking about a team fourth from bottom. Fourth from bottom in the French league, and they bopped us. People call that a farmers. It's a farmers league. Balogun scored 21 goals. Yeah, but it's a farmers league, the French league. That's what they... All right, we just lost to a team fourth bottom in the farmers league, apparently. They played well tonight. Look at the quality of their goals. Look at it. Zinchenko drawn in. 1-2. Hasn't got the pace. Yeah, Saliba. Said it. Saliba runs. Should have marked him. I take it back, people. I take it all back. Saliba's fault for the second goal after Zinni gets done. Zinni gets done too easy. Gets drawn to the ball. Saliba gets done. Poor defending. So Saliba's ratings have just gone down as well. Shelby said, let's give Havertz more time. 3 more years, Big C. You don't see what he does. I've had enough of it. Timothy, you know what? He's a Lons fan. I'm going to give you your credit. You deserve to win tonight. Really. I'm not even here to be a salty Arsenal fan. I'm fuming with my own team and my own manager. Lons, mate, them 2 goals were fantastic. Well done to you. You can see how much it meant to him at the end of the game as well. Saliba misjudged it. He thinks he's going to run with him. He holds his run. When Saliba realises he's too far away. You know, Saliba should have just stayed close to him. It's poor defending. We were bullied, says Awet. Partey Rice pivot is necessary. Ricky said, Curtis, can we beat City this Sunday? We haven't beaten them in 200 years. I ain't negative, I'm realistic. We are further away from City than last year. You ain't telling no lies there. Jack says, Ramsdale saves the second shot. Rayot cost us the first. People, I'm out of here. Horrendous performance. Lons never stopped running the whole game. They ran all over us. We didn't have the energy levels. We didn't move the ball well enough. We weren't hungry enough. We had players hiding, and we got what we deserved. It's a lesson. Champions League is not easy. We've still got to go to Seville. We've still got to go to PSV. Manchester City at the weekend. Saka injured. It was a bad, bad night at the office for Arsenal. Man of the match for me, I would say Declan Rice or Gabriel Jesus. Jesus ran his socks off, scored a good goal, didn't get enough of the ball. Declan Rice, as a lone 6, ran every blade of grass with no support, with Dumb and Dumber in front of him tonight, honestly. It was horrendous. Player ratings are going to be brutal tomorrow. 2 p.m. Arsenal therapy. Champions League. Wake-up call. 4 years. 650 million spent. We feel further away from Man City than we've ever done at the moment. That is not good enough and not acceptable. I want to hear what the manager says in press conference reaction. And the player ratings are going to be brutal tomorrow. They'll probably blame it on jet lag, the 45-minute flight from France, people. I'm not here for no excuses. I'm dropping grenades on Twitter. People, tune in tomorrow. Arsenal therapy. That was shocking. Bless.